All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our premiere episode of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We appreciate you hanging out with us. This is going to be a really fun campaign. We have some interesting characters to introduce you to. And as always, please let us know if you're having trouble hearing us or if there's weird video stuff going on. Don't adjust your set. Yes, some of our players have pink hair, so that is on purpose. And just let us know in the chat. We're excited to share this with you as... I think we're all new to this urban campaign setting, the Dragon Heist one. I'm pretty excited for it. Mm-hmm. So we have, as you can see, people here with some various strange names, not traditional D&D names. So I think it might be fun. Does everyone want to go through just a little description of their character? You don't have to go through a big backstory, just who you're playing. I'll just call someone's name out, and I'm going to go clockwise around my screen. Kenzie, I'm going to start with you.
Wait, who you're going out my
I'm going to start with you.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so I'm Kenzie. I'm playing Thoughtsy, who is a super, puritanical, Wanty pureblood, so she's not a thought at all. But we'll get into more of that later.
Ooh, okay, good. And then, Angela, who are you playing today?
I'm going to be playing as Natal. She is a Furbolg druid. A little young, a little naive, but super excited to go on adventures with her friends and sing in her band. Very
good, which we're going to be starting with that band in just a minute. And then, Jack, you're bringing a gobbo to this campaign, I believe.
I am. My name is Jack. I am playing the illustrious Goblin Bounty Hunters Ranger, who's by the name of Sneezewort Gurgleguts.
That's so good.
No, it was Gurgle Guts.
Prima Nerda, thank you for the subscription.
We'll get into that later, too.
Excellent.
And Seb, who are you playing?
Hi, my name is Seb. I am playing a goblin barbarian. His name is Krizik Blockknuckles, and he fights in the underground fighting pits of Waterdeep, and sometimes he also plays in a band as a coincidence, completely, totally.
Yeah, who would have thought? And Ryan.
Hi, I am playing Valtrea. She is a Azamar sorceress with some Silver Dragon heritage going on, and her good friend is Natal. They came down from the north together. So this should be fun.
Very good. And last but not least, Zach?
Yes, I am playing Marv. He is a kobold and a quite unique one. He is a cleric of Tiamat.
And we're going to kind of be... everyone in this group, their characters know each other, except for they're going to be meeting Marv firsthand in just a minute. We will see how that pans out. So I'm just going to go over just a little brief couple of things about Waterdeep. I'm going to switch our screens over here. You can see from the picture that in Waterdeep there is a large castle that is where the government is held. Actually, it's held in a palace near the castle, but the castle is the big standing landmark that you see as you enter. You can also see that there are these very large statues that are sort of spread around the city. These, at one point, were these monstrous constructs that actually marched around and destroyed a lot of the city during battles. And then when the magic ran out of them, they kind of froze in their location. So you'll find these giant statues around the city randomly. And then also, besides the City Watch, which is like their law enforcement, and the City Guard, which is like their military, they have Griffin Riders that patrol the skies of Waterdeep, which is pretty nifty. Your characters are from different areas, different districts of these Waterdeep, and you have been traveling from tavern to tavern, bringing your musical performances with you, making just enough to scrap by, just enough to be able to pay for your rooms in these. But as you've been traveling down, you finally made it to the Yawning Portal. And the Yawning Portal is one of the most famous taverns in Waterdeep, and primarily because of the Yawning Portal, which is a giant well in the center of the tavern, which I'm going to show you right over here. And you can see that people pay to what's called riding the rope, where they are lowered down by a pulley system into this long 40-foot wide well that leads deep into a part of the Underdark called Undermountain. Sometimes stuff crawls out of that, and then the various patrons of the tavern rise to the challenge and beat the crap out of them until they go back into the well. So we'll see what happens today. As you can see, this place is always rowdy. It's rambunctious. There's a bunch of people. It's crowded. It's loud. We are starting in around the springtime, so the trade is good. The markets are full, so the tavern is currently at capacity. And you're feeling a little nervous as you are opening up for a decently famous bard whose name is Three Strings. He's a regular who plays at the tavern. So you're going to be performing as sort of an opener for these guys. And we're going to see how that pans out. Some of you are friends with this man, Jernan, the proprietor, who looks at you warily as you take the stage, having never seen a group that quite looks like this before. Besides that, there is this young woman serving. Her name is Bonnie. Some of you, I believe, have met her before. And last but not least, this half-orc woman, Yagra, who is sitting in the back, kind of watching the band, but from a distance. We'll see if she's impressed by your performance today.
Yagra's my girl, though.
Yeah, there she is. So they've moved some of the tables out of the way, and you're right in front of this large fireplace, setting up your equipment. I'm going to go. Can everyone just sort of describe what they're going to be performing, and then we'll see how that goes. I'm going to go in the same order, starting with Kenzie.
Oh, no. Why?
I'll go in opposite order if you need me to.
Let's go in opposite order.
Okay. Then this time we're starting... we're not going to start with Zach because Zach's going to appear in just a little while. We're going to go to Ryan, actually.
Hey, okay. So Valtreya plays the viol. So hopefully we'll see.
All right, we'll see. And the viol is kind of like it's cello-esque. I think it's kind of larger than the standard.
Yeah.
I think it's like an old cello type of thing.
A music teacher?
Yeah, I wish I knew. But it's been too long.
That was mean.
See, I saw viol, and I was definitely thinking like a 5-string combination of a violin and a viola. That's what I was
just
thinking.
assuming she misspelled viola.
I was assuming that just meant violin.
Mom Bean, we're excited. This is our first time playing
wrong.
Waterdeep, so thanks for tuning in. So we have a viol player. Who else do we have? How about one of the gobos? What are you guys playing?
Krizik is playing a trumpet, and it is it's like a gold trumpet with a silver mouthpiece, and it's very important to him.
Nice, I like it. Looks expensive. Is it like shiny and new, or is it old
No.
and ragged? No,
There's
no, absolutely
no.
not.
It's weathered. It's well taken care of, but it hasn't been like shined in a while. There might be like a dent somewhere.
Ah, gotcha. I like that.
Yeah.
And the Sneezewort.
So Sneezewort is playing. I think the best way to describe it would be the goblin version of a hurdy-gurdy. It's called a crank harp. And the whole thing, instead of having like rosin on the wheel, it's like fish grease. And the little strings aren't made of like metal or anything. It's like rat guts. So it's got a screechy, terrible noise to it. But to goblins, this is high classical art.
This sounds
Excellent.
fantastic.
Sounds
The crank harp, the goblin crank harp.
That's so good. You're like the Yo-Yo Ma of goblins.
Actually,
Exactly.
gut strings would probably sound really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know
Guitar
about
strings were gut strings.
Cat
And I know
gut
that
strings
because I'm a
sound
music
great.
teacher, Zach. Angela, you're playing what instrument now? Or are you the vocalist?
I am the vocalist. I have, like myself, I'm very tall. I have a very wide range, a 3-octave range.
Ooh,
I can sing really deep and really high.
I like it. It's going to be some Fifth Element business going on.
Yes.
And Kenzie, I kind of forgot what instrument you were playing, honestly.
So I decided on an oboe.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's just
Nice.
really subtly designed with a whole bunch of snakes. So if you know me, you understand why.
Oh, okay.
But it's real subtle.
I like it very much. Very good. So you guys are getting on stage, starting to tune up your instruments. The crowd is looking at you expectantly.
A little bit of fear.
Yeah, a little bit of quizzical looks as this ragtag bunch comes out, leaded by a 8-foot tall furbog. And how are you going to introduce your band, Natel?
Well, since I have very low charisma, I'm just going to come out and be kind of terrified. And I'm going to say, hi, this is Two Napkins Juicy. We are about to play Spicy Mayonnaise Meltdown for you from our first album. From Two Napkins Juicy. Here we go.
You hear a couple of patrons in the back like, "Oi, big lady, speak louder. We can't hear you." And then you see in the front row a dark hooded figure who you've noticed traveling or following you around from tavern to tavern, who's just like, "This is my favorite song, the Spicy Mayonnaise. I came here to hear this." And now we're going to see how this pans out. So you turn to your bandmates, you start counting it off, and we're going to roll performance checks. However, before you roll your performance checks, I do want you to notice that on your character sheet, besides performance, you may have a tool proficiency for an instrument, in which case you would roll that instead. Does that make sense? So either if you have any tool proficiencies, your instrument will show up there. If you do not, you're going to be rolling performance instead. So we're going to go one at a time, and I'm going to start with the viol player, who I'm going to say is kind of like the base of this group. I guess it's going to be a larger one. So let's see how you do. Okay. Oh, 10. Okay, no. So for those of you who are new to D&D, the 10 is average. So you start getting this sort of thumping sort of beat going on your viol, and then you start bowing it to increase the volume. Then Thoughtsy comes in and starts to play her sham or oboe over top of it, just sort of increasing the dynamics, and it's all starting to sound okay. It's not the best performance, it's not groundbreaking, but then you notice that some of the hecklers in the back are like, could have been worse. This is better than I thought. And then all of a sudden, this blasting trumpet just just like blasts out way too loud over top of everything, and you see some people just crying their ears. All right, and then we go here. What do we got here? This is all right. Oh man! As soon as you start turning the crank, one of your gut strings snaps and just flies off, leaving the drone note open. And what sort of started as a nice little groove is now turning, as the goblins come in, it's just getting a little too noisy. Now, Natel, what are you singing about on top of this? Some spicy mayo? Is that what's going on?
Yes, I'm singing about my favorite chicken sandwich.
Oh, very good.
And yes.
Is this something you've had at the Yawning Portal? Is this like Jordan's specialty? The spicy mayo chicken sandwich?
It is their delicacy. It might actually be rat, but I'm not sure.
But it's delicious. All right, let's see if you can bring this together. So you're gonna have your performance check.
-1.
Oh,
let's see how it goes.
Oh, no.
I'm going to cast guidance on myself because I see my friend playing with me, and I see my girl in the back with me, and I'm like, oof, okay, I need a little help.
You do your vocal warm-ups?
Yes.
I believe in you.
All right, so going to cast guidance first.
Okay, guidance lets you add a 1d4 to your roll.
Yep. Oh, so do I still have to roll the d4?
I believe you do, yes.
Okay, cool.
You can just roll that separately. Right. And guys, make sure in the bottom of your chat, when you choose you choose your character name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then you get that cool little pop-up. Hey, look at you. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So,
now, hold on.
Oh, even
right,
more.
so,
That's right.
Nice. 14.
14. Okay. So you just sort of powerhouse through it, even though everyone's a little off. As soon as the vocals come in and you start singing about the salivate, the delicious chicken sandwich, everyone's like, oh yeah, this is how it goes. And the nerves kind of wear off for a little bit, and you all eventually get into the groove, and everyone's like, Okay. This is all right. I'm all right. Now, as soon as this happens, you notice from in front of you the large pit that leads to the Underdark. A shadow begins to emerge. It starts crawling up from beneath the surface. You see some of the patrons push their chairs away from the side of the pit as a rather small figure emerges. Interestingly enough, it appears to have some sort of strange bucket on top of its head.
One of those that like the shadow appears really large and everybody's
it's
like, oh my God.
It's augmented by like the candlelight and just the whole thing is like this giant thing. You look at the sorts of the shadow, it's this like 3 foot tall little dude who crawls out and has a bucket on his head. As he removes the bucket from his head, you see that he has a draconic type visage. Some of the patrons immediately draw their swords, yelling, "Kobold!" And with that, the kobold takes the bucket and begins to pad a beat on top of it, seeming to be called from the Underdark from your music. So let's see how he does.
Okay, I'll just give this a go. Where's my tools?
You might have a tool proficiency for drum, in which case you should be able to just roll that.
I thought I did. I don't see it.
It would be on the left-hand side.
Yeah, I'm looking at my tools, but I don't.
Oh, I see it. It's I'm looking at Marv's sheet.
Mm-hmm.
It's right underneath your passive perception. I'm looking at drum.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
There it is. I was looking at my other proficiencies. I'm sorry. Exactly as good as I think it is.
Now, there's this comical moment where all the patrons are like, what the hell's going on? Is he trying to cast a spell? But no.
Can I cast guidance afterwards, or can it only be before?
It has to be before. It has to be before. But for future reference, yes, absolutely. Now,
All right.
So this kobold sort of, he's not the best percussionist, but he is drawn to your music, and he starts heading towards the band. How does everyone react?
As soon as he's close enough to the stage, I pick him up and put him next to me and tell him, I like you. Come play with us.
You pick him up and, I like you.
And I tell him, welcome to the stage in Draconic.
Oh,
yes, okay.
Krizik doesn't stop playing his trumpet, but he just kind of like bounces back and forth from foot to foot and like nods along.
So your eyes kind of adjust to the brightness of this tavern, even though it's just candlelight and lantern light. Your kobold Underdark eyes are not used to this, and you were just drawn in by the sights, sounds, and smells. You're just like, I need to know what's going on here. And it seems like you found some companions, at least to share some sounds with. Much to the delight and dismay of the patrons of this tavern. Now, after a rousing 20-minute set, which is all you're given, being an opener, you end with a "You've been yawning portal. We've been Two Napkins Juicy. Good night."
I was going to say, they let us play for the whole 20 minutes?
Yeah, somehow.
Let's just say our rolls got better.
You notice that there's like an aura of tables that have moved further back in the tavern, sort of giving you a wide berth.
Do they leave behind that one hooded figure who's still standing exactly where they were?
Oh, they were like front row, like, woo! All right. With that, the hooded figure looks like they're like, oh, I really want to talk to the band, but I'm not worthy. We're not worthy. We'll do it next time. So they kind of just move away in shyness. And with that, you look at some of the other patrons trying to catch their eye, seeing like, hey, I'm in the band, but they all kind of just avoid, like, oh, we heard it. Nice job. Jernan does seem. Who was friends with Jernan, the proprietor?
I am.
All right. So Valtreya and Sneezewort, you move up to the stool. Valtreya sits gracefully down while Sneezewort sort of climbs up on it, and he says, "That was some very interesting music there, Mr. Sneezewort. would not expect anything less from the goblins. I would say it's probably the most different musical experience we've had, but I enjoy it. Here, have an ale."
Thanks.
And with that, he does the bartender slide of the ale as it just slides across the bar, and you catch it in your hands. and gives you both. You're going to be at the table over there with your bandmates. I'll have Bonnie bring a pitcher over.
Thank you. And could I also get one of the chicken sandwiches for Natal? I'm sure she's hungry
the
after
spicy
that.
mayo sandwich? Absolutely. We'll get those on. You just meet us over there. So with that, you're led to a table in the corner. You're all sort of gathered around, whispered excitedly after one of your first bigger gigs. And with that, I'm going to let Marv introduce himself to the group, and you can kind of describe each other a little bit more. Before that, though, I did want to talk about the beer I chose to drink today, as this is a beer and game show. I got you can't see it because of my background, but it is the Two Roads Little Juicy. So it's the Two Juicy,
nice.
and I put it in a napkin.
Juicy.
So
Well played, sir. Well played.
And also, I'm gonna have to turn that background off because I keep half disappearing into it. But also,
But only the bad half. We get to see your face.
Which was most of it.
and also, I have sanded and sealed the awesome mug that you guys got me. So I really appreciate it. I'm gonna break it in today.
Nice.
So with my
Awesome.
Two Napkins Juicy beer. With that, you're all surrounded by a table with a new kobold companion. Go at it, guys.
Hey,
Hello.
hey, that was really good. What's your name?
My name's Marv. I'm from in that hole over there. I saw.
Wow.
I came up here because I heard all these sounds and everybody seemed to like it, so I also made some sounds.
Wow, I've
There
never
were very
heard in
potions.
that hole over there.
Who-
Well, my name's Krizik.
This place smells like food. Hello, Krizik. It's nice to meet you. Have you heard of Tiamat?
Maybe. Okay, should I make a religion check?
Sure. Let's do a religion check.
let's. All right. We're showing the audience how to do a roll. So plus
Here it comes.
nothing.
I will say no. You just rolled two more than the number of heads Tiamat's had, so no.
Not that Krizik would know that.
Right, exactly. So no, seems foreign to you.
No, I don't. I've never heard of Tiamat. What's that?
She's beautiful. She's a giant, five-headed dragon, and she's a kind,
I'm sorry. She has
gentle
what?
soul. Five
has-
hits.
Does she live in that hole?
But she doesn't live in that hole. It's a different hole. It's really more of a realm
Okay.
that she lives in. She's not down. No, there's a lot of things down there, but not Tiamat.
But so she's over there.
She's in all of us.
I don't want anybody inside me.
She's no, you.
I already
it's a
have an
spiritual
issue.
thing. It's spiritual. She's spiritually. She's
Yeah, so is mine. I don't. Okay, continue. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's fun. She's just, it's great. If you don't want to believe in it, that's not a big deal. I
Oh
suppose.
no, I'm sorry, honey. No, okay,
No,
you can tell us some
it's
more.
okay.
No.
No, see, she's just the best. You should all worship her. That's what she wants.
Can we meet her?
I don't think you'd want that.
I don't think it's
Martha's
how
kind
it
of
works.
scary.
Oh, she's not scary. It's just tough
She is a
love.
little bit. She has a lot of heads.
You go and meet her, and she says nice things like, "I'll kill you if you come here again." And
Yeah, I don't think anybody with 5 heads could be in a good mood all the time. That's too many. It's too many heads.
I disagree.
No,
Every
too
time
many moods.
she has 5 heads, and that's 4 better than anybody else, is what she says.
That's not wrong.
That's
If
very
you
true. I only have
ever, honey, if you ever need to talk, and this is a safe space.
I love talking.
Okay.
My other
we can tell. So, Tiamat's pretty cool, but have you ever had a chicken sandwich? And I break off half of my sandwich and I give.
As if on command, Bonnie approaches the table saying, good job on the set there. Here's your spicy mayonnaise sandwiches. And she just lays the platter on the table and walks off.
Okay, Marv, you have to try these. These are my favorite. I wrote a song about them.
Oh, okay. I've never had a sandwich. And what is a chicken? Is that like rats?
Like
They're kind of like rats, but like bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger rats? That sounds amazing. I'll definitely try that.
Feathers instead of fur.
Oh,
but they can't really fly. So
Oh,
They can kind of fly.
And they don't have
They can
teeth, they have a
glide.
beak. So kind of not like rats at all, but it's meat.
but they taste
so-
amazing.
I like food. I'll try that out.
All right. So as you pick up the sandwich and start to take a bite, you look over at your newfound companions, Marv. As you're talking to Thoughtsy, you at first you believe that she might be a human, but then you notice that there are the eye slits are more serpentine than the round pupils that you're used to. So you realize there's something strange about this. You probably have seen a furbolg maybe at one point or another. I don't think they're subterranean actually. Maybe not. Definitely the goblins. But probably the most foreign, character to you probably right now is going to be Valtreya the Aasimar, because I don't think there'd be any reason unless there was an adventurer who went down. It seems like the opposite direction.
I've seen lots of things when they come down there and kill all of us.
That's true.
That could have been an Aasimar.
Oh, it's okay. We all die all the time. It's just one of the things that happens.
That's why you're so
that happens
adamant
a lot
about
with
Tiamat.
goblins,
'Cause It
too.
might be tomorrow.
Yeah, I woke up one day and I went to go get a rat, and then I came back and everyone I know was dead.
Oh, so you decided to
rough,
go
buddy.
upstairs.
Are you
Oh,
okay?
it's fun. Oh, after I ate my fill, I noticed that they had also killed 2 people, and then I ate a bit of them, and that's where I got all of these nice things, like this cool round thing that I was wearing on my head, and this piece of armor, and this shitty sword.
Oh,
Guys, I'm not
fantastic.
sure about this.
I think he's harmless. I think maybe he was in a weird cult, but it's okay. He's with us now, and we'll
I mean, hey, look, who hasn't eaten a person twice? Like, raise your hand or something. You know?
Me, I haven't. I have
I don't
not.
think I've ever eaten the person.
No.
No.
Embarrassed.
I recommend it.
I
They
mean,
can-
I
if it-
suppose you could call it eating, but there was.
Can I
nothing
just say that
consumed.
half the party has eaten people before? That's a little concerning.
Listen, they're just laying there.
I mean, they
You're not going
survived
to
and they
eat them.
enjoyed it, but no.
They walked away.
In Goblin, the word for human is tall pig.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's just like pig, like ham.
And kobold would just say
No.
run.
Have you ever eaten a furbolg? Should I be concerned?
I've
Nah.
never
Me?
eaten
No,
anything.
never.
Okay.
I've never eaten
Okay.
anything as delightful as any of you all.
Oh, that's very sweet.
That is very kind.
Can I have more of these sandwiches? Or
How many has he wolfed down?
He wolfs down. He takes a small sniff and then he just eats the entire thing that she hands him. And then he'll eventually start to meander over other people's tables and try to eat theirs.
So he's like a toddler.
Basically. First time up the service.
Basically, yes.
I'll call Bonnie back over and ask for like a roasted chicken.
Yeah, Krizik like chases after Marv and like tries to like lead him back to their table. It's like, no, wait, we have more at our table. That's their stuff.
All right, so
Okay.
Bonnie goes over to the table and says, a whole roasted chicken. I already gave you the platter. You guys destroyed those quite quick. I'll bring another flagon of ale. I'll have to check with Dernan and see if your tab covers the chicken. She looks over and you see Dernan over the bar like, it's all right. The little guy was funny. It sold us some drinks. Give him a chicken. So she goes to the back to get yourself some more food. So you're sitting around this sturdy wooden table. It's lit by a brightly burning candle, littered with plates and half-drained tankards. As it's getting later into the night, Three Strings is playing his sort of more traditional style set. It's what the patrons are used to. They're not too much into the avant-garde Underdark ensemble that you guys kind of put together, but it's nothing special. He does his job. So while he's sort of strumming his strumming his bard. Ooh, that sounds dirty. Strumming his lute, a noise.
Doesn't sound much better.
That's not the 3-string I was thinking of, Chris.
All the his 3 G strings. The noise and the din of the bar are eclipsed by a shout, and you hear a man yelled, "You pig! Like killing my mates, do you?" Suddenly, you see a 7-foot-tall half-orc woman, and she's hit in the face by a swinging punch by a human male. His head is completely shaved, and you see a bunch of eye tattoos all over his scalp. There are 4 other humans standing behind him, and it looks like they're ready to jump in what looks like there's going to be a bar fight. The half-orc, she cracks her knuckles, and she roars and leads towards the tattooed figure. Before you can see if blood is drawn, all the patrons of the inn just sort of rush forward and like, it's a bar fight! And so this is all happening around you. Obviously, those of you who know Yagra, this is Yagra who's getting beat upon by 5 different peoples. It's kind of neat to
I
know.
go over there immediately.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and do something. I don't know what to do yet.
Krizik isn't on any particular side, but the moment he sees a bar brawl break out, he like cracks his knuckles. He's like, yes!
Awesome.
Oh, yay!
Murder! All right, so I'm going to move us over to the yawning portal. Just remember, I didn't put like a bunch of like patrons in the bar, just the people that are involved in the combat. But what better way to learn about
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Music.
This has a distinct lack of buckets, and I don't like it.
So over here in this corner, you're going to see Yagra's table. Oh, why did you appear all the way down there, buddy? There's a random another 3 strings. There's only 1 3 strings. He's up top, so you can go away. But they are all surrounded by these individuals here, and they're led by this man who has these eyeball sort of shapes tattooed all over his scalp. They're currently in a skirmish. This giant black circle in the middle of the map is, of course, the yawning portal itself, the well it leads below. You can see your group at the top with the table. There's Bonnie, 3 strings, and Jernin on the other side of the bar. Can everybody see the little health bars above the tokens?
Yes.
Right. For some reason, he does not have one, so let me just give him one real quick.
Yeah, I guess that would
He
be
should have
some.
one, yep. But you should not see the numbers inside. Is that correct?
Correct.
No.
Perfect.
No, I
All
do
right.
not.
No.
Just help.
So we are, those of you watching, we're kind of new to running everything on Roll20. We originally just play paper and pencil, so this is kind of new. So please bear with us as we learn. Maybe learn a couple new tricks that maybe not. Here we go. So we're going to start with our initiative tracker that we're going to be using. Oh, you ain't got no turn, Bonnie. So what you guys are going to do is, if you select your token and go to your sheet, you'll have an initiative button in just where it would be on a regular sheet. You just click on that, and it'll automatically add you to the initiative. All right, there you go.
Wait, I missed it. What are we supposed to be doing?
So you click on your character, you hold Alt and double click on your token, and it'll bring up your character sheet. Mm-hmm. And then when you're there, you press the initiative button, and it should roll you into initiative.
Okay.
You need to select your character, though, Valtreya, otherwise it won't pop you into the turn order.
So how do I
gotcha.
select my character?
You just click
I
on him.
see. I just rolled it from my sheet.
Yeah, you have to have
Yeah,
there it
you have to
goes.
have your token
No.
connected.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you guys can roll again.
Okay.
How
I
is your token connected?
Oh, okay.
You just click on them,
Yeah. Click on it to highlight it.
then you can. Yeah.
Would it be a full? Well, I'll just keep my 11. That's fine.
Yeah, just if you're re-rolling, we're just popping it in there. While you're doing
That's
that, I'm gonna roll for everybody else.
Did that do it this time?
Nope.
What am I doing wrong?
So
Click.
click on your character and hold Alt and double click on that token, and it'll bring up your character sheet. And then now press the initiative button.
Right, I have the character sheet up.
No, that's not. You have to. It's that.
You have to have. Yeah, you have to roll from the character sheet and have your token highlighted.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to select it. It took me a minute to figure that out.
Yeah.
All right. And
I'm gonna turn my light on really quick.
so I'll be rolling initiative for these guys.
What the fuck am I doing wrong?
I can pop it in there for you.
Yeah,
Let me just get all the bandits in there. All right. And Oh, that did it. That did it.
It did it?
Yep.
Hey!
All right, cool.
And that was a good one.
And it's good, yeah.
All right, and now we're going into descending order. So the bandits get to go first. So this bandit is moving over and attacking Valtreya. Not Val. Oh, I'm so sorry. Attacking. Not you. Attacking.
That escalated quickly.
He is just going to. Okay. I'm rolling with the scimitar, but he is not trying to murder. He's using the flat of the blade. So that's going to be 7 slashing damage. That's going to miss though. You do see that they have blades though. Now, Valtreya, you get to go next.
Oh, fun. Shit. I don't know. I guess I'll just wait. I'll hold
Okay. What's your trigger?
what I'm gonna do. My action will be if Natel decides to jump in the fray.
You'll do what?
I will cast Chill Touch.
Okay.
Damn it.
Natel, you're up.
And sorry, keep hitting things.
Okay, yes, I'm going to try and get as close as possible, so I'm going to have to double move.
Okay. Doing the dash.
Going to dash.
All right. You are pushing patrons out of your way as you run across the bar.
25, 30.
All right.
And how tall is this human?
He's not as tall as you. He's like 5'10".
Okay, I look down on him and I say, I just moved very fast, so I can't do anything right now. But if you touch a tusk on her adorable face, I'm going to kill.
All right. Yagra says, I can fight my own battles, but you see a slight blush reach your cheeks. Sneeze Ward.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and just dash right over here,
Okay.
and we're good.
All right.
Setting ourselves
cool.
up for an attack next round.
I like it. So, sort of getting into a strategic position. Thoughtsy.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run to here. That was 30. From where I am, because I'm doing magic stuff, I've never done it.
Okay.
Can I get them? Can we both do chill touch, or is that like
Yeah, you can both
redundant?
do chill touch.
Okay, so I'm gonna do chill touch.
All right. So if you click on your actually, I can bring it up too. If you click on your
think it's
sheet
right
and
here.
go to spells, you'll see. Well, you did it. There it goes. All right. So you got your chill touch. 3 necrotic damage. 14 was your hit. Let's see. I'm assuming this guy.
Yes, I'm sorry.
All right. 14 does hit him. So as your hand goes through, it does 3 damage. Are you sure it's necrotic damage, not cold damage?
Yeah, it's necrotic.
Oh,
It's
that's
necrotic.
cool, but weird.
Yeah.
This
Yes,
is my
it's very
least favorite
weird.
spell because it's called Chill Touch, but it's not a touch spell and it's not
It's a
cold
range spell.
damage.
Yeah.
That's
Also
totally
held, I
wrong.
believe, isn't he?
Say that again.
I said I believe he's held as well.
I have no
Or
idea.
is that just undead?
It can't return hit points until the start of the next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. So I guess
Yeah.
it is held. Yeah.
Oh, but it's an undead target. Has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's just undead.
That's
Until
just
then,
it.
the hand clings to the target.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm
So
assuming
he
it's
can't regain
holding.
hit points right now. Is all it is. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Right.
But he's not like mechanically held.
No.
All right, so a cheer erupts from the crowd as they see this mystical hand shoot across the entire bar and slap one of them right in the face. It is now the bandit's turn, and it's this guy. He's going to jump on the table and attack Yagra. Here he goes. Oh, okay, that's going to hit for 7 slashing damage. Not good. Not good. Seeing that you are casting spells, now they are, instead of a bar brawl, this is turning into an actual melee. The leader goes next. After Yagra is hit, he runs in and begins to pummel her while she's in a fight with the other dude on the table. 18 is going to hit for 4 slashing damage. So here we go. And with that, we move on to Marv. Marv, you're seeing all these humans and other strange creatures just beating the crap out of each other while drinking.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm used to watching them beat up things. I will. I'm assuming this is a beard guy.
That's Thoughtsy.
Oh, I attack it. No, I'm just kidding.
You should be able to see the PC names.
I see the names. Yeah. It's just it's a lot on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
And I have old people eyes now. Okay, so I am going to, let's see here. I think I know what I'll do.
If you move through an actual table, chairs are fine. They're difficult terrain if you're like jumping on tables.
Like he could go under them easily.
You know what? I love that. You can move through them like normal.
Yeah, so I kind of like, I crawl on all fours and through the tables. I can move 30 feet. Where can I go? Let's say...
Does Marv
I don't know.
run like on all fours like a dog does?
Sometimes.
Okay, cool. Is this one of those times?
He's going to run on all fours and then he's going to hop up on this table.
Okay.
And... He can't see anybody yet. He's still pretty far away.
Okay.
So I guess I will. I am going to break one of the chairs and turn it into my shield.
Oh, okay. I like that. All right. So you jump on the table, landing directly in someone's dinner as he jumps out of the way, eating some of it off your foot. You take his chair, break it, and then fashion yourself a small shield.
Yeah.
So now you have a bucket and a shield and a shitty sword. Love it. And with that, we go on to another bandit, and this is this guy. Oh, he really can't do much.
We can't see which one you're clicking on. So
Yeah, we can't see your pinging.
Is he highlighted yellow for you or no?
No.
No.
This dude.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, all right. Okay, cool.
Hey.
You know what? Sneezewort won 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going after you, seeing you
Damn.
approach.
All right.
Oof.
let's-
Sneezer hasn't even done anything.
I know. DM's being mean to a level 1 character. 21 to hit. 3 slashing
does it.
damage to you. I'll let you take
right.
track of your own hit points if that's cool.
Yep.
Awesome. And with that, we move on to another bandit, and that's going to be this dude who's going to attack Yager because he's right there. 12
Wait a
to
second.
hit.
If the bandit that attacked me was right here, would Yager get an attack of opportunity from him as he's running out?
Good call. Absolutely. Let me just deal the damage to Yagra, and then I'll let her do that. So this is going to be 6 more damage. As you can, I'll bring her to the front. She's not doing so great, guys. I will give her a opportunity attack against this guy. So let's see what she does. She has a mace. Here it comes. Slam. 8. 8 is going to miss, unfortunately. That would have been 8 damage, though. With that, we move on to Krizik.
Cool. Krizik is going to leapfrog his way, and he's just gonna dash. He just wants to get to the fight already.
Okay.
Even though he can't actually get there yet.
All right.
So he's gonna go here. And he like as he passes Marv and Valtria, he gets his hands on Marv's shoulders and leapfrogs over him, just yelling the whole time, yeah, let's do it, guys, come on.
That is so good. So if that's the end of your turn, that was the end of round 1. So now in round 2. This bandit here gets to go. Hey, Natal, make a intimidation check really quick.
Okay. Oh, intimidation is charisma based.
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Give myself guidance.
Does she get a bonus because she's taller than everyone else?
Yeah, I'll take it into consideration, but
Aw.
the big friendly giant. All right.
Intimidation. Yikes.
Here we go. Oh, okay. He looks at you, shakes his head, and attacks.
All right.
Natal, you're being attacked. Oh, even with
All right,
10,
so it's a
10
10.
isn't going to do it. He's
10
going to attack
10
you.
isn't
Oh
No.
no.
Okay.
He swings for 12. Your armor class is 12. That does hit you.
I'm constantly 12.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry.
According to your sheet, it is. So you take
Okay.
2 points of damage. You can go ahead and do that yourself. So if you click on your sheet, then go to the green bubble and just hit -2 and hit enter. It'll do the math for you. Cool.
Okay.
There he goes. Valtreya, you're up next.
Cool. I'm gonna hit this guy with Ray of Frost.
Krizik and a bunch of tables are in the way.
Okay.
Can you put Ray of Frost in the chat, and then I can...
It just says creature within range.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what... Yeah, if you pop that... Or I'll get it. All right, let's see here.
Oh, did you hit that? Or did I?
I did not hit that.
Oh, I guess I did.
Okay. Ray of Frost, a frigid beam of white, streaks towards a creature within range. On a, it is a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
So 13 is not going to hit him. As you smash into some of the tables beside you, freezing the food right in front of Krizik's face. You can move if you like.
Yeah, I'll move to here.
All right. Natel.
All right, I'm going to, if I do that, then I can't do healing word. All right, I'm going to look at this small, tiny, puny human in front of me, and I'm going to smack him with my quarterstaff and tell him that he's ugly.
I like it. I like it.
Why is he gotta be ugly?
He's...
'Cause-
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, you do have one inspiration from your musical performance.
What's up?
All right, let's do this attack. Sneezewort, you're
Okay.
right after, as you can see. Ooh, 7's gonna miss.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sucks.
Nice try, but he swings out of the way.
All right, and as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Yagra.
Perfect. Roll to see how much you do.
Okay.
Four. Got it.
4.
Boom. Oh, no, that's the wrong way. I'm used to the other one, so I'll give her 8.
Yikes.
Sorry about that. I'm used to the...
Tell her that her eyebrows look
Boom.
amazing today and that she's going to beat all of these men.
All right,
very
she
badly.
nods at you with a curt thanks and moves back towards the battle. Sneezewort, you have a dude in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him and be like, "You messenger, you're quitting, and I'm gonna take out the little scimitar that I call the dog chopper, and I'm gonna attempt to like chop at his knees.
Oh, let's do it.
That's all.
Nope,
that
that's
was
gonna
that
miss.
probably.
It's gonna miss. You can also attack from the. Oh, you like the buttons though.
Yeah. I mean, I have the macros set up here for each
Cool.
one because it
That
gives a cool
works.
little description with each.
Right, I do like that.
I'm gonna go ahead and, as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
So we'll move back.
How do you have disengage
Here
as a bonus action? Is that a goblin thing?
It's a goblin thing. It's called Nimble
Perfect.
Escape. I can
Yep.
hide or disengage as a bonus action.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm actually going to go back here and jump up on this table.
I love
Give me a little bit of elevation, so now I'm eye level with him.
Thoughtsy, you're up.
Before we do, one of the
sure.
things we like to do when we disengage is we yell, "Live fast, eat trash," and we pull out this like handful of garbage from our pockets and throw it at their face like pocket
Fucking
sand.
garbage.
Oh my god.
It starts like a
Pocket
out of his face.
And it's just like this
so
little
good.
greasy handful of like fish bits and like lint and like probably some gravel we picked up somewhere and just throw it at him.
I love that. That's so good. All right, pops it right in his face. Thoughtsy, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to move right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to do cold touch again, or chill touch again.
Against whom?
Again. Oh, I'm sorry. Again.
Hey, chill
Yes.
chest is a cantrip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Chill touch is a ranged spell attack, I believe, though, so you're gonna have disadvantage for being close.
Yeah, you would want to move back at least a
Oh
space
crap!
before
Should I
you do
stay
that.
where I was?
Yeah.
Or move till you're not in like direct line like with one of the allies.
Yeah, you could
Can I
come
move
move over
behind
next to
Krizik?
me.
You can do that.
Over here. There we go. And then that'll still reach, right?
I
Fine.
believe so.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. I just want to make sure I'd still reach.
If you're attacking this guy, I don't mind you shooting over Krizik, but Natel is 8 feet tall.
Okay, I'm gonna tag Eyeball Man.
8.5 feet
I am
tall.
sorry.
Don't forget my 6 inches is very important. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, great.
5.15 inches can be important too.
So let's move on to who are you attacking?
6 inches is okay. Take what you can get.
Beggars can't be choosers. Durham is eating Vienna sausages behind the. Go ahead. Nope, that's gonna miss.
Oh my god, I hate these dice.
So,
Right?
Krizik, you have all this frozen food in front of you as these chill touches are going through. Or I guess necrotic
God, okay.
damage, so it's like rotting and frozen in front of you. With that, we move on, unless you're moving anymore. You all done?
I hope these plates are microwave safe. Wait, why did I say that?
What's a microwave?
What's a microwave?
Oh, 21 and 5 damage. Oh my goodness. All right, Krentz is up, doing the same thing. Here he goes. Oh man. All right. Okay. 4 more damage. And with that, Marv.
Okay. Well, it's time, and I'm gonna come here. I should have enough room to get right here, and I yell "Peck tactics," and I attack
Ooh.
the guy with the bald head
Okay, him. Got it.
with advantage.
Sure
with my
do.
short sword.
Sure do. Pack tactics.
That's 1.
Don't
and-
forget, you do have an advantage toggle in your thing.
Oh, you do.
But you got the 18. You did 8 damage to him.
Okay.
That is
That's
a lot.
great.
So you come through and yell "Pack tactics" and slash him across the thighs, and he's just screaming in pain, looking like he's thinking of bolting at this point now, as he is not doing much
and
left.
I go, heal some. You're hurt, lady, and I give her a healing word as well
Awesome.
with a bonus action.
Go ahead and roll it.
Nice.
Okay. Boom. Cast at level 1. Submit.
3.
3.
Got it. She looks at you like, "Thanks, small dragon dog." Bandit. Let's see, that band. Oh, that's the one in front of, is he going to chase you around the bar? I don't think so. He doesn't like being too far from his mates. He's going to run back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to run back and take the dodge action. I'm using the ninja face as dodge. Okay? With that, we move on to this dude who's right here. His only target's Yagra, as they're kind of like dogpiling. Here we go. Scimitar. It's going to be 2 damage. The attack is 21. That's going to hit, but it's only 2, so that's not too bad. And with that, Krizik.
Okay, so upon seeing that this has turned like less into a bar brawl and like more into an actual fight, he's like, "Oh, I mean, all right, that's fun too, I guess," and draws his longsword.
All right.
and leaps in here and
Perfect.
is gonna attack this guy.
I like it.
With the longsword. Can I? Oh, that's the one. Oh yeah, he's using it two-handed.
And if you
do
wouldn't, guys,
that.
wouldn't mind turning your music down in your own streams just a smidge, because I'm getting a little feedback.
Yeah.
What did you get there? What was this? 16 to hit, 11 slashing. Holy sugar nuts.
Nice.
Krizik, are you trying to murder this gentleman?
Yes.
It's not.
In the middle of a tavern in front of a bunch of witnesses.
We like this bar. It was our opening night.
Halfway through the swing, Krizik is like, okay, and it's non-lethal damage.
All right,
we'll
with
say.
that, you bop him on the head with the pommel of your sword, and with that, what appears to be the leader of the bandits drops unconscious at your feet. Very good. And with that, we move on to anything else, Krizik?
No, just that.
All right, we are now in round. Is this round 3? This is round 2.
Yeah.
This is round 3.
Well,
Got it.
Yeah.
I get it. Natal, you're being attacked by this guy. 2 damage. 2 damage to you. That hits you.
Okay.
So the token populates whatever your armor class and your AC is, so you can double check that when we go on break.
Oh, no, it's not that. No, it's the rolls.
Oh, gotcha. It's a 12. It's a 12. It's not great. Valtreya. Oops, I went too far. Valtreya, you're up next.
Okay. Would I have line of sight over Krizik to this guy?
Yes, I'll allow it.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot.
It's gonna be a little bit of cover.
Okay. I'll shoot Ray of Frost at him.
All right, let's do it. That'll do it.
Cool. Does it not automatically roll the
if you
damage?
click on the name Ray of Frost in the chat, it'll roll the damage.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
8 cold.
Ooh.
Nice. As
He's also slowed by 10 feet if he tries to run away.
that works. So you do this. I'll just say he's slowed. You shoot this across, and it's as he's coming down to swing on Yagra, his whole arm is filled with frozen energy. Hey, Mama Dean, how's it going? Good to see you on the chat. Natel, you're up next.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
Quarterstaff. So.
Yep.
All right. So if I try to attack with my quarterstaff now, will that just use my spellcasting ability, or
it won't
how does
automatically unless you
Shillelagh-
set it up. So you might just want to attack manually with a D20, and then instead of strength, you're going to add your wisdom, or what's your spellcasting ability?
Wisdom? Yeah.
So what's your wisdom
it's
modifier?
yeah.
So just roll a
Plus
D20
5.
and add +5, and your modifiers and your proficiency. So it'll be +7.
Mm.
So
15.
15 is enough. All right, now you roll damage, and your damage is going to be D8 plus 5.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, nice. All right, are you trying to murder this gentleman or just knock him out?
I really want to because he was so mean to Yagra, but I'm not going to because Krizik did not kill the other guy.
That works. All right, as he drops to the floor as well. And at that, Sneezewort.
Okay, Sneezeworth's going to run up on this table here. He's going to just drop his scimitar on the table. He's going to pick his trusty sling off of his waist, and he's going to pull like this little thing out of his pocket. Like he looks at it, he thinks it's a rock, and it turns out it's just this really old, like hard, crusty roll. He's like, works, and like loads it into the sling and gives it a throw.
That's
and
so
tries to
good.
hit. We're going to say this guy right here. He's got a line on him.
Yep. 18 does
18 to
hit
him
for 5.
and does 5 bashing damage to him.
Boom, he hits him in the back of the head. He's like, what's that? Who shoots a roll?
This crusty piece of bread just just smacks him in the back of the head.
That's so good. Thoughtsy, you're up next.
Okay, so I'm going to go. I'm on the wrong thing. No, come on. Oh, that's Valtreya. Okay, I'm gonna go right here.
Okay.
You about to hit me?
No, I was trying to drag you because you look like my other character. So, anywho, I'm going to attack this dude right here.
Works for me.
With my dagger because I'm like, this is going nowhere.
I like it.
Let's just get this over with.
All right, so 15 is definitely going to hit for 3. Oh, are you trying to murder this guy?
I am, yeah.
All right. So Valtreya slinks her way. Oh, sorry, I said Valtreya. You got me confused. Thoughtsy slinks her way around the edge of the bar, and unable to be detected, she gets behind this man and takes her dagger and just slices his throat. His blood starts pouring directly onto Yagra. This guy's super dead.
Oh, sorry,
Well
Agra.
Well, we're never coming back to this bar. Good job.
This guy, he sees his friend fall dead at his feet. He's like, Brandon, you killed him. So he runs over to you with revenge. Because he's moving, Yagra gets a opportunity attack. Here she goes. Yep, that absolutely hits him. So before he can even get to you, Yagra beats him on top of the head, and this guy falls unconscious directly at your feet.
Oh, pretty when she bludgeons people.
Me too.
Go ahead and
Bludgeoning damage.
I'm putting a little skull and crossbones on this dude to show that he has been murdered. And with that, we move on to, because his turn's over. Move on. Actually, I can get rid of him. I can get rid of Krentz, and then this guy. Who is that guy? This guy. He's also gone. Boom. That works. So it's actually Marv's turn.
Okay. Let's see. The best thing to do. I'm gonna. So dumb. I'm gonna just get on top of this of the guy with the bald head, and I'm just gonna growl at him.
You're doing what to him? Getting?
I'm like standing on his chest and growling at him.
Okay, sounds good.
Can you do this growl for us?
Just like.
All right, so he starts to come through for a little bit. He looks in your eyes, and you make that sound. He just sort of passes out again. With that, we move on to this dude. He's on a mission. Yagra beating time. Let's see. I clicked it. Oh, here it comes. 19 for 3 slashing damage. And he is no longer dodging. It is now this. Oh, that bandit's dead. It's Krizik.
Okay, I have to zoom in to see who's still conscious.
There's only this dude left.
Okay, cool. All right, so Krizik is going to he's gonna vault over these two bodies to get we'll say here, and he's gonna attack.
Okay.
Longsword again.
Holy crap!
Oh.
Krizik, are you trying to murder this gentleman or?
No, I'm still not trying to murder him.
All right, so you give him a.
I'm swinging with the flat of the blade first.
All right, so you swing it like a baseball bat, hit him right in the face, and he's stunned, and he wobbles over. He almost falls directly into the yawning portal, but instead just collapses right on the edge of it. Yeah, wow, well done. In one hit knockdown. All right, that is the end of that round. However, before we move on, something happens. Shouts of alarm suddenly ring out as a hulking creature climbs out of the shaft in the middle of the tap room. A monster with warty green skin, a tangled nest of wiry black hair, a long carrot-shaped nose, and bloodshot eyes. As it bares its yellow teeth and howls, you can see that half a dozen bat-like creatures are attached to it, with 3 more circling above it like flies. It looks like they're drinking its blood. Everyone in the tavern reacts in fear except for the barkeep, Durnan, who yells, "Troll!"
Oh, great.
And with that, you see these creatures, these creatures emerge from the pit below. So I'm going to add them to the initiative as well. You'll notice that the troll has taken some damage because he's currently covered in these sturges that are drinking its blood. We are going to now do descending, and now they are in the initiative. Oh, I forgot. Jernan leaped over the bar. He's friggin' joining the initiative too.
Sweet.
Excellent.
He didn't do great, but he's in there. He's all right. So let me reset this, and here we go. Starting with this sturge, flies away from the troll and attacks 3 strings.
Oh no. Is he like a proper bard, or is he just a musician?
And you see that this creature has latched on to 3 strings and is sucking the blood out of them.
Oh no.
The next sturge, which is this guy, flies over to Bonnie. Does the same thing. And Is that hit? No. Bonnie manages to dodge out of the way, no, she has a frying pan and slaps the thing. Right, that has to be.
It's the serving tray.
Right. Oh, that serving tray. Right. Drinks go everywhere. Slaps the bug out of the sky with it. They're very much like the mosquitoes from Jumanji. These big things. And then after that, Valtreya, it's up. You hear all this disturbances around you. You see this thing emerging from the pit.
I cast Ice Knife.
Okay.
At the troll.
Let's roll. Go ahead.
Cool.
13 to hit? Is that what it is?
Yes.
13
yes.
misses. Unfortunately, it shoots by him.
Okay.
Anything else?
I hide behind the bar.
Okay, this is difficult terrain. If you can make it over there, you can jump over here.
Yeah, I mean, it was only a couple of feet.
That works.
It's like
So
10
you are
feet.
now hiding behind the bar. You have partial cover.
Yay.
Natel, you see something bigger than you emerge from the yawning portal.
Yes, I do not like it. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15.
Marv is going to say something like, "Oh yeah, there was a guy following me from out of the under."
Ed!
Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
So on a hit or a miss, the shard explodes, and the target and each creature within 5 feet of it have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Here I go. Here goes the troll.
I don't know what my saving throw DC is.
Well, it's not 21, so he made it.
Hop over to the section of your sheet that says spell.
It
Yeah,
should
that's
probably
where
be
I'm at.
8
Be at
plus
the
proficiency
top.
modifier
All the way at
plus
the top.
your spellcasting ability mod, whatever that is.
Cool. 13. Gotcha.
They both pass.
Okay. Okie You may continue.
Okay. Where were we? Natel.
Right. I moved, and I'm going to cast Thunder Wave.
Oh, okay. Let's do it. You can pop the description in the chat if you would be so kind. Or I can get it.
Yes. Hold on. Oh,
I got it. I got the description here.
Okay.
Thought it
not
said
quite sure how to
constipation
read it.
save it first.
Constipation saving. Thunderous force
You're
sweeps from
regretting
you.
all that fried cheese you just ate.
Feature in a
It said
15
spicy
foot
mayonnaise.
cube. Take some of the spicy mayonnaise. Hey, look at the spell template. I think that's totally going to be a 15-foot cube, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it should hit the troll.
Yeah, it'll hit. It's
Yes.
like, yeah, absolutely. It'll hit the troll, but it won't hit the sturge. So it is. How does this work? It is a 7 Constitution saving throw DC of 13. Yeah.
13. Yes.
All right. Here goes his Constitution saving throw. Should appear momentarily. Oh, I rolled it twice. I'll take the shittier one because I rolled twice. So 10. He fails.
He fails.
7
so
thunder?
he takes full damage, and he is pushed 10 feet away from me. And there's a very loud boom.
Oh, okay.
Very, very loud. Very loud.
I'm going to move him 5, 10 over here. There we go.
Okay,
As
and then
he barely
I'm going to
holds on
scoot
to the
away
edge.
because I'm not feeling very well.
Okay.
So 5, 10.
So I'm a squishy level 1. Sneeze wart.
Yes.
Okay. We are going to move ourselves just a little bit closer on this table and take aim at the sturge that is circling the troll and see if we can't knock this thing out of the air with a sling.
Ooh, I like it. All right.
That's a 16 to hit and
Absolutely.
4 damage.
So it looks towards you. You shoot it with another stale roll, I assume, and it explodes.
Or whatever, like grabs like something out of our pocket. Maybe it's a rock. Maybe it's a roll. Rock and roll.
Rock
We
and
don't know.
roll! All right, with that, he explodes in a bloody splatter against the back of the troll, and that guy's
All right, and
dead.
I will move over here a little bit closer to my friends and try to use some of these tables. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll get up here on this table and give ourselves a little bit of elevation because, I mean, we're short. We're 3'9". Like,
Right.
we're trying to, like, see over the top of this pit, and we're trying to do, like, this little jump thing.
So good. With that, we go on to Thoughtsy.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cast. I feel so repetitive. I just want to use Chill Touch again.
There's nothing wrong with that, especially level
Okay,
1.
that big guy right up there.
Okay,
So-
see if you can. Okay, well, we're just going for it.
Oh.
7 is not going to hit. In fact, it's actually going to hit Marv directly in front of you. Marv,
No.
Marv, you got to make a dexterity saving throw.
you should be good at that.
You look
I'm
that
okay.
good.
Sure. Saving throw. Go. 11.
That's going to be enough. I'll just have you take 4 damage from the chill touch.
Okay. Sure.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Just target your allies. That's great.
I didn't mean to.
With that, we go on to the troll.
I mean, moving over 10 feet would have definitely been a better plan, but it's fine.
That's why I'm like, here it goes. So you notice that the wounds from the sturges that were surrounding this troll are beginning to close up.
Uh-oh.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my God.
It is going to move, and the troll has a movement of 30. I don't know what it's thinking. 5, 10, 15. It's just moving into the tavern. It's going to take the dodge action as I figure out what it wants to do. But Durnan goes next. Now, all the other patrons are running away in fear. This bitch jumps onto the bar, runs down the bar, draws a greatsword, and jumps off the bar and lunges at him.
Nice.
So he has disadvantage, unfortunately, because of the dodge action. Here it goes.
Less sweet.
16 is enough to hit it.
Nice.
So he does 10 damage to the troll. And none of the other stuff happens. But yeah, you see his sword is quite beast as he is chopping at this troll without a hesitation, as if he does this every day. Marv.
All right. Let's see here. I said to go this way, please. I can get. I'm going to go. I'm gonna go after the troll.
Okay.
Is he gonna be my ally?
I don't know. Have you met this troll before?
Not the troll.
What are we talking about?
The gentleman that's attacking him.
Yeah, he's seen that you contributed to the musical. He's not an enemy of you.
Okay, I go pack tactics.
All right, let's do it.
And I'll attack him with my short sword.
Let's do it. Let's see. That's going to be absolutely hits for 6 damage. All right. As you're putting holes in this guy.
And then as a bonus action,
Okay.
Tiamat graces me with my War Priest ability to attack again.
Ooh, what? Yeah, let's do it. That sounds awesome. Yeah. Oh!
Excellent.
All right, Durnan seems impressed. Sturge, where are you at? Are you the one that's on?
Oh, I didn't attack with disadvantage, Chris. I'm sorry. Should I count that as the one attack?
It was my fault for mistaking too. Well, yeah. Let's just move on. So
Okay.
With that, we're gonna go on to the Sturge. This is the one that's on the dude man. He automatically takes the damage. So I'm just gonna hit. Can I hit Blood Drain again? No, I'll just roll. I'll roll it again, but this is an automatic hit. Okay. So he takes 4 damage as the blood's being drawn out of this guy. He's still playing, by the way.
Goes down with the ship, man.
Yeah. And with that, we move on.
If he dies, can we get his spot? Like, we can be regulars, right?
That's how you run it, right?
I don't think
Oh,
it's
this
a
guy's
good
gone.
time.
Krizik, you're actually up.
Awesome. Krizik, I don't think I should have measured. Yeah, no. Okay. Krizik, I don't know what the range on a javelin is, but Krizik has
3120.
Oh, okay, cool. So Krizik is going to
You can
run-
attack anyone on the map with disadvantage or anyone within 30 feet at regular.
No, Krizik is gonna run here. Is this still like on the table?
Yeah,
That's,
we can
like,
have you
right
on the
there?
table. That's totally fine.
Yeah, so Krizik does like a flip onto the table
Yes.
and pulls out a javelin
Okay.
and just whips it right at the troll.
Okay, before you roll, He does have partial cover from Marv. You're on a table. It'll be just a +1 bonus.
Okay, I think I can move a little bit more.
It's mainly your angle that I'm worried about.
Better, yeah.
What if you're like right there on this table? Like just move like another 10 feet?
If you have the movement points. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
Right there. All right.
Hold on. Before you roll, did you measure the range?
35
35 feet, so it'll be disadvantage.
Okay.
There's a disadvantage toggle on your character sheet.
Yes. This is all very new and exciting for me. So many buttons. Okay. There we go. No!
Oh,
No!
with that it goes wide and does not hit the troll, but luckily it doesn't hit Marv either. You you heroically leap onto the table and just accidentally throw your javelin into the yawning portal.
Well, but one of those was a 1, Chris.
Oh, it was? Oh, it was. I already said it. I already said it. I'll let that go. There is no D100 table of death that I make you guys do in Chalice and Chains. It's just a miss.
Good.
With that, the Sturge is up. Is that the Bonnie Sturge? It's the Bonnie Sturge.
Yeah.
He's still gonna attack Bonnie. Oh, that one does hit as it latches onto her for 7 damage. Oh, guys, isn't it bad when the waitstaff has more hit points than you guys do? Because they're a higher level.
Wow.
I mean, you gotta be tough to work in service industry.
Yeah, that's not, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So they are both latched on with these
The
sturges.
main attraction of your tavern is a giant pit that occasionally spits out monsters.
Yeah, I would think that would weed out
that's right. They've
the
leveled
really
up
weak ones.
because they're always grinding.
Yeah.
Valtreya, you're up.
To farm, actually.
Okay. I hop up from behind the bar and do Ray of Frost at the troll.
Fine. Is it in range?
Yes.
Cool.
60 feet.
Let's do it. I'll take the better one of 11. Either way, that's not going to hit.
Okay.
Yep. And then Natel, I'm going to set your auto roll, Valtreya. I think I missed that on your sheet. But Natel, you're up.
Okay. There's not a lot I can do. Half dead. And I have a very low AC.
Level 1. It's tons of fun.
It's not, actually.
Really not. I'm not having a good time. I'm gonna go here, and we're going to hit with my shillelagh.
All right, disadvantage because he's dodging.
Oh, that's okay.
So there's a little toggle.
It's with my. I have to set up a separate macro for when I attack with shillelagh.
I can set that up for you too. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, just roll manually.
Yeah, 2d20s.
Nope, that's gonna miss.
What?
It's gonna miss. Nothing bad happens though. You're right there.
Well, that's
Sneeze wart.
All right, I'm gonna like curse our tiny little legs at this point because everything just seems to be out of melee
So
range.
far away, right?
Hey, yet again. So we're gonna throw down the sling and pull out our little goblin short bow, and we're gonna let an arrow fly at this sturge that's attached itself. This little blood-sucking sturge that's attached itself to the bard, and see if we can't save our newfound bard buddy. Maybe he'll be able to get us a better gig.
Ooh, I
in the
like it.
future.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right, so attacking with the short bow. See if we can't a 9 to hit with 4 damage.
9 is gonna miss. Was that a crit? Oh, that was crit on damage. All right. If there was a crit on there, I would have had you hit 3 strings. But no, you're okay. You're okay.
Music
You
falters
just
for a
missed.
second.
It's like, Thoughtsy, you're up next. Unless you're moving, Sneeze Ward. I'm sorry.
Oh man, there's really yeah, you know what? See, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Put us up on another table again, trying to get a little bit of elevation.
Awesome. Are these hey guys, are these table hops?
Yeah!
Go ahead, Thoughtsy.
They are.
Inspiration for Chris.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Okay.
We do, by the way, guys, we do still have an inspiration here for ourselves,
You
just to
have
remind
one.
you all.
Jeez.
Thoughtsy, you're up. What are you
I'm
doing?
gonna move. I'm gonna, since everyone else is doing it, I'm gonna hop on this table right here.
Yes, like and subscribe.
So I'm just gonna follow everyone else's lead and hop on a table.
Uh-huh.
And this way, I can go right to Big Dude Man without hitting Marv.
Yep.
Won't yell at me.
No problem. Before you do anything, what are you doing?
Chill touch. Sorry.
All right, before you roll the attack, hit the disadvantage toggle on your character sheet because he is dodging.
Okay, I got it.
9 is gonna miss, unfortunately.
Dag
9 is
nabbit.
gonna miss. It's just sort of like he holds up his arm as this hand comes. He just sort of swats it away. Anything else? If not, it's troll time. Okay. The troll, again, he's beginning to, his wounds are closing up as you're inflicting them. He roars at Jernan, who was the person who did the most damage to him, and he comes in 3 attacks, one with its bite and 2 with its claws. First, the bite. That does hit. Yeah, absolutely does hit. So he does 5 damage with that, and now he does 2 claw attacks. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. And we got a 14 and a 19. The 14 is going to miss, but the 19 will hit for 10 slashing damage. As he's being cut up by the troll, he's just like, "Oh, you can do better than that!" And he draws his giant greatsword and swings back at him. So here he goes. Oh shit, guys! He makes 4 melee attacks.
What?
What?
Oh boy! 1.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
2. Oh, he's not I'm sorry. Let me
disadvantage
restart.
anymore,
He's not at disadvantage anymore because he's no longer dodging. My
Yeah,
mistake.
that's a 20 on the other one too.
Sorry, but it was a disadvantage. Restarting. First attack. Second attack. Oh, that's a crit. Third attack.
No.
Fourth attack. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 11 damage to the troll. And then with a 28, that's going to be 17 damage to the troll.
God.
It takes an extra
man.
14 slashing damage.
It takes an extra 14 slashing. Yeah.
And Durnan rolls
yeah.
another d20.
Ooh, thank you for... Yeah, absolutely. He has
Yeah.
his Grim Vault. He'll roll a d20 despite it is. On a 20, he does something crazy. Nope. But with that... he manages to you see him swinging as he's moving forward and kind of climbing up the troll as he's murdering it until it's pummeled into the ground dead. That was nuts. This guy's the best bartender ever.
Right?
All right. He is
He
down
joined
to the
Towers and
count.
Chains.
He is standing on it. Let's go to the front.
Where did initiative go?
Yeah.
Yeah. and it
Oh,
showed away.
sorry. Here it is.
Thank you.
My mistake. I have a lot of windows open. With that, the troll is dead. All that's left is the Sturges. Let's see. Marv, you're up next.
All right. I'm going to ask Tiamat for her blessing, and I'm going to shoot Sacred Flame at the one attacking this nice lady in front of me.
Okay.
Which one of Tiamat's heads does that come from?
Oh, it's all of them are sacred, all 5. But I guess the red one.
Wait. This Sturge right here?
Yes,
Jern's in the way.
it's a dex saving throw.
Oh, my mistake. Here he goes.
Yeah, it needs to make a not a dex. I'm sorry. It's a
It's not a dex?
no. I'm sorry. It is a dexterity saving
15.
throw. My spell save is he passes.
Okay. Anything happened to him?
No.
Okay. With that, Krizik.
All right. Krizik can't get there, I think.
I'm sorry. May I use my bonus action? I apologize.
Sure.
I forgot to. Okay, I'm going to use my last spell slot to heal Natel with healing.
Thank you.
La Prima Nerda, don't tell him how many hit points Jernan has, because they can't see the numbers, unlike me and you.
4.
4 to whom?
To me.
Okay, you got it there, Natel?
Thank you very much, you adorable.
You can just hit a +4 in that bubble, and it'll automatically math for you. With that, we'll move on to Yagr. Oh, Krizik still. Sorry.
So Krizik is going to move here.
Yep.
And pull out another javelin and just whip it straight at the Sturge.
All right, cool. Perfect. So you're kind of like Flora's lobbing, jumping from table to chair.
Yes, basically.
We got,
wait, no, that was a disadvantage.
No, try again. Okay. You don't have disadvantage here.
Yep. Sorry, let's do that again.
12 is not enough to hit it, unfortunately, as your javelin goes wide. Keep track of your javelins.
Yes, I have 4 of them.
Oh, okay. I know you've shot 2 already, so you should have 2.
Yes.
Yagra. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's going to stay here and dodge and just sort of see what happens at this point. Sturge. Oh, that's me. That's this one. All right, so the Sturge does its business. Auto hit because it's latched on. 4 piercing. And then Valtreya.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot Ray of Frost at this guy. If I can click on him. Oh, that's because I have the wrong thing highlighted. That guy.
Okay. Where are you? Yeah.
I'm
Totally
behind
fine.
bar.
Totally fine. If you crit, I'm going to say it hits Bonnie because they're latched on. But only if you crit.
Fine.
That's not a crit. As you shoot this, it instantly freezes, and then Bonnie brushes it off her shoulder and smashes it, and it's blown up like an icicle from her serving tray. Any movement?
Yes, I will move down this way, but still stay behind the bar.
Sounds good. Sneeze Warp.
Okay, I'm still gonna try to save the human. I think I can do this. Like I feel like I've got a good chance on this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a shot at the Sturge up here again. See if I can't dislodge the Sturge.
Are you in normal range, or is this going to be disadvantage range?
It's 80 feet for the short bow,
Oh,
so
you're
we
fine.
should be good still. Yeah.
If you crit, you hit 3 strings.
Gotcha.
13 is
anyway,
not enough to hit him, unfortunately.
Okay, I was gonna say, do we mind if I use the?
Oh yeah. Oh, you can use it. I interrupted
inspiration. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna use the inspiration if that's okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if we can do a little bit better than 13 this time. That's a 15 to hit.
That's good. With that, you shoot the Sturge, and the arrow pierces the Sturge and slams him against the mantle of the fireplace, tearing him off of 3 strings. And he looks at you in surprise, realizing he was just saved by a goblin.
Save that one for me. I want to eat it later.
So, Sneezewort, you notice out of the corner of your eye that this gentleman here has gained consciousness. Seeing the mayhem around him, he runs away and runs out the door.
I growled at him. He should be right there.
He's using the chaos to escape.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess I can make it to the door.
Well, you had
see him out the door?
He ran out the door. Like he was using your action. I mean, you could chase him, but he will outrun you at this point. He's using the chaos as an escape.
I chased him away.
It's true. Diabolical Props, thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate it. And with that, I think every bad guy's dead.
Woo-hoo.
Good job, guys. Your first bar
Hey.
fight as level 1 characters.
Yay.
No one died.
Proud
Well,
of us.
one person did.
That's true.
Only one person died.
So, with that, Jernan yells at the bandits here who are slowly regaining consciousness after the bar brawl, and he kicks them out. Get out of my bar! And then as he tries to kick the one guy over here, he starts kicking him. He's like, "Oh, this one's dead."
I'll eat him.
It wasn't me this time.
He looks at it, he's like, "This is going to be an awkward mess to clean up." And with that,
no, we got
everybody,
it. We
we're
got
going to
it.
take
You leave
a
this- you
quick.
leave it to me. Are you going to finish that, actually?
So we're going to take a quick little break.
You can have him.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying our premiere of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. This episode will also be featured on our podcast, which will be on Spotify, Twitch, or not Twitch. What are the other ones? Stitcher One, Apple Podcasts, all them things. So should be up there probably by the end of next week. You can expect that. Anyways, if you're just joining us, our heroes just survived a ordeal of a bar brawl inside the yawning portal. What started as just a few men ganging upon a half-orc turned into a troll emerging from a giant well, followed by these giant sturge mosquito-like monsters that emerged from the top. As you're cleaning up the troll remains, Jernan looks to you, he's like, you all did pretty well for just a couple of people new to the profession. I have to say I tip my hat to you. Hey, Bonnie, grab another pitcher. And with that, they go about their business. What have you decided to do about the murder in the middle of the... Durnan says, if the watch comes by, just tell him that the troll did it with a very precise blade.
Sneezeworth, like, I can help with that.
Okay.
I don't think
We can eat some of this. I mean, don't go to waste.
No.
Are you guys
I
going
don't
to eat
think
the
we should
body?
eat them, honey. I don't think that's a good idea.
I'll buy you some dinner, Sneezeworth. We don't need to eat the people.
I think it's
going to waste.
Yeah, I feel like if we don't eat it, someone else will.
No, Marv, honey, we don't.
Not
eat people up
topside,
here.
Marv.
But if we
Not
don't-
topside.
No, we just.
Listen, if we don't eat the food, people take the food. And
It's
we
not
don't-
food. It's not food, honey. It's a person.
It was.
Yeah, it's food.
People are food all the time. I'm very
Guys,
confused.
we're going to have to go over some ground rules before we go on our adventure.
Cultural sensitivity.
Speaking of ground, it's been on the ground longer than 5 seconds.
Oh,
That means it's free for all. It's mine.
Oh, I just take a chicken sandwich and I stuff it in his tiny little mouth.
Pretty good though. Spicy.
Oh, man. I just imagine you walking
I wish
away
it was
and you
real.
look back and Sneezewort has like a leg in his back pocket or something.
Sneezeworth would be about to like take a bite of a ham, and like I can imagine like Natal looks over and Sneezeworth just kind of like.
It's like a
Like
looming
slow.
shadow.
Yeah.
As you are just deciding what to do with the dead body, the patrons are starting to move away as the fight is over. They resume their drinks as if this is something that happens every other week. Some of them start to go home as it is getting quite late. But one
I'm gonna
man,
go through his pockets.
say that again.
I want to know what it's got in its pockets.
Oh. You find a total of 5 silver pieces.
5 silver.
So
okay.
go ahead and pop that on your sheet.
Will do.
Level 1.
Hey, look, it's 5 silver. I'm a goblin. I love this.
It's pretty exciting, yeah. By the way, let's use that as a moment to talk a little bit about Waterdeep coins. You're going to get a new pop-up right now. These are what the coins in Waterdeep look like, and they have different names as instead of the standard. So coppers are called nibs, silvers are called shards. The brass coins, the tails, those are basically what are those? I don't know what the hell that is. I want to say it's electrum, but it doesn't.
Well, Electrum basically would be
Yeah,
the
it's
difference
basically-
between silver and gold.
Right. So that's going to be their electrum. Dragons are what they call their gold pieces.
That looks like Uncle Iroh. Just a little.
Or Charles Darwin.
My
So
great
really
uncle
starring
Aaron.
Charles Darwin.
Yeah.
You guys went 2 totally different directions there.
Science nerd. I mean, what can we say?
So the dragons are the gold pieces. That might be a hint or a foreshadowing. Sun is the platinum coins, and the harbor moons, which are super sweet. Those are their giant platinum pieces that have you can fit a nib copper piece in that little hole there. So those are their
fancy.
coins. Pretty cool.
Nice.
Anyways,
Gotcha.
so that's what you find inside are some of those shards, the silver shards. This man pushes his way through the tide of patrons. He steps over the remains of the dead body. He looks at you and he says, "You'll be adventurers, am I right? I could use your help. Let's find a table to talk, shall we?"
Okay.
Okay. You want us to play in your tavern?
So you move back to the table where you are before, and he has a seat there with you. And let me see where he's at. Is that the right guy? Yes. This is the man that comes to talk with you.
Aww.
This is the beautiful mustache.
The figure
I need
who-
that fireplace though. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well,
That's a really cool-
inspiration. If you can tell me what that's a nod to.
The fireplace.
It is a deep cut.
I have no idea.
Okay. It's the face of the OG Dungeon Master guide, the big statue that had the gems in the eyes.
Shit.
Yeah.
I have that.
I was going to say the dude looks like Falstaff, but
Well,
I mean,
anyway, the figure who approaches your table strokes his mustache, adjusts his floppy hat, and tightens his scarf. Volothamp Geddarm, chronicler, wizard, and celebrity at your service. I trust you've noticed the violence in our fair city these past 10 days. I haven't seen so much blood since my last visit to Baldur's Gate, but now I feel I have misplaced my friend amid this odious malevolence. Everyone can roll a history check.
well,
Okay.
I don't understand. This city doesn't look that big. Where did it go?
Marv, we have a lot to show you. There's. Yes.
Let's see.
I don't know shit.
Oh, don't forget to turn off your disadvantage there, Kenzie.
Oh, whoops.
And
I got
change
the
your
16.
as to Thoughtsy. Bottom underneath the right
I
next to
see
the
it.
send
There
button.
you go.
Yep. Let's
it.
see. Valtreya and Natel, you've heard the name Volothamp Geddarm before. He normally goes by Volo.
Oh.
Wait, so that's the guy that's missing?
The
No, that's the
monsters
guy who's talking to you. That's the mustache man with the.
This is
that's,
Volo?
That's Volo.
it's
What?
nice to meet you.
I'm in his guide.
So those of you who are listening, we opened up Volo's Guide to Monsters to allow the characters to choose their player races from this, and this is the guy they're meeting, the guy who wrote the book. Anyway, he
It's
looks to
Newt's
you.
commander.
Say that again.
I don't.
I said it's Newt's commander.
Yes, it's Newt's commander.
My
He
friend,
lives in Dumbledore's castle.
yeah, he does. He's at the top, the Citadel, Harry Potter Citadel. Moving on. My friend's name is Floon Blagmar. He's got more beauty than brains, and I worry he took a bad way home a couple nights ago and was kidnapped, or worse. If you agree to track him down, with all due haste, I can offer you 10 dragons apiece now, and can give you each 10 times that when you find Floon. May I prevail upon you in my hour of need? You seem more of...
As it happens, you're talking to the finest goblin bounty hunter in all of Waterdeep. I'll find your friend.
Oh, and
You
you
must
like...
say.
What is your
May I
name, my
ask-
little friend? Saying to
Wait.
Sneezewort.
You say he's really pretty? I think I can help find him, yeah.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Zach, I interrupted you.
No, I just want to know where are you keeping 10 dragons that you can give to each one of us?
Oh, my little
they
dragon
can be
friend,
rather
you
large.
just... No, the coins, the money, here it is. And he takes out his pouch and starts, like, throwing these... You notice these strange-shaped coins with the... You haven't seen this much gold in one place except for, like, in an ore.
It's true.
So he asks, he's like, you seem much more adept to the adventuring than the musicianship. No offense, I did enjoy the avant-garde nature of your performance, but it's not really what the people of the Yawning Portal are generally accustomed to.
Oh,
We're a little...
so are you saying you don't want us to play for you anymore after this?
Oh, no, I would love to hear more of the Two Napkins
Okay.
Juicy, but perhaps maybe we need to save this, my friend, first. He may be dying, and he would like to hear
absolutely.
you as well.
Yes. Yes, I would love to try to find your friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can find him.
Tiamat says to help people in need and to always try to do our best.
He looks
to
at you
make the world a better
strangely,
place.
and he says, "Oh, the Tiamat, might be a little different than the Tiamat. Either way, yes, if you are agreeant, we will definitely be... I will pay you 10 gold pieces each immediately if you will take upon this quest, and the other 100 gold each you will receive once you bring Floon back to me."
Wait,
Oh,
we
yes.
get 10 gold now?
Let's go.
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. So on your guys' character sheets,
Yeah, let's do that.
everybody put a... Put 10 gold pieces in your record sheet, and then everyone roll an insight check.
Okay.
Oh, I'm good
10
at
gold
those.
pieces in where now?
So in your
Oh, I see it.
Yep.
Go in treasure?
Oh no.
Got it.
Oh, nice.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Got it.
What
So
is wrong with you guys?
so as
Oh yeah.
so with that, he starts
on,
taking
I
the gold out of his
follow.
pouch and starts putting it out there. Sneezewort, you notice that as he's emptied, he's given each of you your 10. His pouch seems empty.
Huh. Where you be hiding the other money? They gotta pay us later.
Oh, my little friend, don't you worry. I don't have a lot of cash on me right now, but I'm awaiting the royalty payments for my new book, Volo's Guide to Spirits and Specters.
No one's going to buy that book.
Oh, are you sure? My first book, Volo's Guide to Monsters, sold very well. Would you like a signed copy? That's me on the cover right there.
Good job. Good job. Nice. Right down the middle. Crack out of the park. Good job.
So, yeah, he assures you he'll get the money by the time you come back. No problem.
And does he seem truthful about this, or does he just seem like he's just brushing us off? And
With your
Like, do I
insight
get-
roll, he seems to believe, yes, he does intend to pay you. He doesn't seem malicious about this. He doesn't seem like he's trying to pull one over on you. He genuinely believes he'll be able to pay you if you return his friend.
okay,
I mean, Krizik doesn't notice this, so.
No. This is just a Sneezewort thing. Having dealt with it in bounty hunting business before.
yeah,
That's fair.
okay.
so-
I mean we've gotten some payment up front.
All right. He looks at you. He says, "So my friend Floon is it's a handsome human man. He's in his early 30s. He has the wavy red-brown hair. He's kind of speaking like dreamily
30?
of this
Is
man.
he a child?
30s. Oh yeah. You're well, no. In
He's a child
for us humans, that's a good third of our life. Actually, in the medieval times, that's probably old age. But this is a fantasy land, so we're gonna
Tell
say
you realize
it's okay.
I'm 19, right?
I know you are, but I don't know a lot about humans.
Oh, wait till you hear how old Krizik and Jack are.
Yeah.
Krizik and Sneasel.
What?
Krizik moves to Natal and is like, I'm 9. What do you mean 30 is young?
Why am I hanging out with infants?
I'm 16.
Marv is 5.
Hey,
Marv
I'm
is five.
a full-grown adult.
Let's see, how old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, God. Okay.
How old is Natel?
She's 43.
Oh,
Like,
that's why
still very young.
that's why she's the lead of the band. The most
Still
road
very
experience.
young for Polk, but good lord, y'all are babies.
Yeah, I think in Goblin years, Krizik
Katie
is like
is paying for your room
19
tonight,
or
so hush.
20-ish, maybe.
It doesn't help that we're also like 3 feet tall and some change, and you're like. So yeah, we do look like little infants to you, basically.
Yes.
So he goes on to explain. 2 nights ago, before he disappeared, me and him went drinking and merrymaking at the Skewered Dragon, a dark body tavern in the Dark Ward. I recommend you start your search there.
Okay, went drinking at the
Skewered Dragon.
Do
Skewered.
you have a picture, or I should say lithograph, drawing, portrait?
Oh, no, I have no sketch of the man. Just look for a beautiful man with the red flowing hair. And
I mean,
the
humans all kind of look alike.
He was dressed rather well. He's a man of high fashion, this Floon.
Is he your partner? Like, are you guys together?
Oh, no, sadly, my work takes me all across Faerun, and I have not been able to settle down. Now, that doesn't mean I don't sort of
saying your
rock
friend
the
is
boats
single.
now and then. But in my old age, not as much as I used to. He's just a good lad, and I would like to see him safe and sound.
So, would I have any sort of like knowledge of him or anything? based
Yeah,
off
roll
my
a history
noble-
check with advantage.
Okay,
I'm giving this to you because of your noble background.
great. Let me click the.
Oh, right.
advantage.
We are both noble. I forgot about that.
I hate these dice. These dice can suck.
No complaining about the digital dice. It was told you beforehand. 10 is average. I'll tell you this. You definitely have not heard the name Floon before. Flood Blagmar doesn't sound to be of any sort of noble house. So maybe he's a well-off individual, but he's definitely not royalty. Or nobility, I should say. Cool. Anything else you guys want to ask him?
Where was your friend last?
At the Skewered Dragon in the dock ward.
Okay.
Does your friend have anybody who might want to hurt him or anything?
That was what I was about to ask.
Oh, sorry.
The Skewered Dragon is totes my gay tavern. That's so
amazing.
Good. So good.
That's great.
Wait, what did I miss?
In the chat, Margwin said the Skewered Dragon is totes my gay tavern. So good. So good. Anyway, I lost track of thought. Well, what's the question?
Was there anybody who wanted him dead or hurt or missing?
No, but I tell you, when I left, he was quite drunk, and I hope he made it home okay. I haven't heard from him since then. So I don't know anyone who wanted him hurt or dead, but he was deep in the cups, and I don't know if he made it home. And I'm worried maybe he was beaten up or robbed.
What do we know about the Dark Ward?
So the dock ward is a it used to be the most dangerous area of Waterdeep. Now some would say that the field ward is that's sort of the slums, maybe where Krizik and Sneezewort have been from time to time, because even though we are 150 years ahead of Chalice and Chains, there is still some what's the word, intolerance towards goblins and creatures of that nature.
But that's the dock ward, though. Like, with goblins, that's like fine restaurants and dining down there. Like, you get the freshest fish and the guts, and like the rats are exquisite and they're so fat. It is like melting your mouth. It's great.
What's a fish?
Yeah, lots of fish.
What is a fish?
It's like a chicken that swims.
But it swims in the water all the time.
Yeah, that's even better.
Are we
One
sure
might say
Marv
it's
is
the
fully
chicken
grown?
of the sea.
Are we sure he is not a child?
He is 5 years old.
I am a fully grown adult. I am 5 years old.
Okay.
He's a grown-ass man.
I think it's going to be canon that anytime you have to describe an animal to Marv, it has to start with, it's like a chicken, but...
Yeah, because now he knows.
Now he knows
has a frame of
chicken.
reference.
It's like a rat.
Yeah, it was rat, and
Or
now
rat.
it's chicken. It's like your Russian nesting dolls, these animals. Anywho's it. I'm going to send you guys another, actually, here, everybody.
I have one more question for...
absolutely.
Krizik asked, so you said your friend was on his way home? Where does he live? Because, like, we could just check on his house. Maybe he fell
That's
asleep.
important.
Well, he lives in the North Ward, and I lost my accent for I don't know what country I'm from anymore. He lost it. It's whatever. He's a man of travel, so he gets confused. He actually lives in the North Ward, but I already checked this house. He wasn't there. That's the first place I looked.
Does he have a place of employment?
I don't actually know where he works. We just go for the merrymaking.
Oh, okay. You guys are just drinking buddies. I get it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Snuggle buddies, drinking buddies. Any
Oh, I see. That's very adorable.
anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right. So I'm going to send you guys another. I'm going to switch the view so everyone else watching at home can see as well. I'm going to show you guys. Don't freak out. The basic map of Waterdeep. Show to everybody.
Holy shit! It's huge.
Relax, it's not that bad. So this is the bigger map. This is the easier to read map. These are the different areas. There's the Sea Ward, which is in the top left here. That's where a lot of the commerce goes on. The Field Ward, which I already described, to the north. There is the North Ward, which is on this side, but the most eastern side is the North Ward. That is where a lot of the nobility live. Some of the up and ups. There's the City of the Dead, which is a giant cemetery. It's weird in this city. The City of the Dead is kind of like Central Park, where it's a place where a lot of people go for like that type of interaction with nature, but it's just built on top of a cemetery.
Oh, gotcha.
The Trade Ward, Southern Ward, and then the Dock Ward, which is what we're going to investigate today. Waterdeep is huge and intense, so we're just going to take this only with where we're currently investigating. So today we're only going to focus on the Dock Ward.
Where are we currently?
You are currently just... see the big black splotch kind of to the left of where it says Trade Ward?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where you are. I'm going to give you a much more detailed map. I just wanted to show you this first before you freak out. This symbol beneath the Scottish compass rose is the sigil of Waterdeep, the City of Splendor. It's the reflected moon. Okay, cool. So with that, we're going to transfer you to a map. Now, again, guys, don't freak out. It is a pretty intense city.
Wow.
I'm
going to ask...
Again, not the Doom's Vault.
Again, not the Doom's Vault.
This is much bigger than Heartswell.
So what we're going to do is you're going to scroll down to where you get to the Dock Ward, and I'm going to shift ping you. Just a second here. This is the Yawning Portal. I made a little red dot that should be easy to find.
Yeah.
So you're going to zoom in on that as far as you can, up to 250%. As far as you can.
Oh, wow.
Okay. This spot over here, that's Castle Waterdeep, which is that huge castle you saw in the picture. It's actually not where the government and the officials are located. They're located further west in the palace, this smaller area over here. But this is where you are currently in the Yawning Portal. Cool. Now, I want everyone just to zoom out a little bit and get the whole Dock Ward and Southern Ward in your vicinity there, so you see that little peninsula. Now, just to give you a sizing here, because it's very intimidating to see it, for those of you, we're all in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia. Do you see, I'm pinging, this horizontal road that goes across this way, River Street?
Yeah.
That's 26th Street. Okay.
I'm taking a really long
Okay.
time. Like,
And then, do you see this road here, the high road, this one going from north to south? That is like Monticello Avenue. And then this guy here, the Way of the Dragon, that's like Granby.
Okay.
And then Snail Street is like the length of Collie.
Okay.
So it's not as
I get
intense
it.
as it looks. Basically, 26th Street to Redgate Avenue over here. And that's about how long that is.
thank you.
You're very welcome, because I was like,
I
how
actually
big is this?
understand it now.
Yeah. And it's honestly shaped very similar, which is weird. But anyway.
It kind of is.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that Sneezewort, you having urban as your primary terrain, I'm going to say you know the Dock Ward pretty well. You've heard of the Skewered Dragon, although you haven't been there before, or at least as a patron. It is located near the corner of Snail Street and Fillet Lane, where I'm pinging down here.
Okay.
So that's going to be about a 15-minute walk, 20-minute walk tops.
Okay.
Cool. If you follow,
and I can of course get us there. Like, I know this area. It's like my backyard.
Cool. So you follow. Are you going now?
You know what? What I would actually like to use before we go, I'd like to use my my background feature here, ear to the ground.
Sure.
Says you are in frequent contact with people in the segment of society that your chosen quarry moves through. These people might be associated with criminal underworld, rough and tumble folk of the streets, or members of high society. Connection comes in form of a contact in any city you visit. Person who provides information about the people and places in the local area. So maybe I'd like to reach out to some of my contacts before we go, just to see if anybody has maybe heard anything or seen this guy.
Okay.
Sounds like he might be pretty easy to spot.
Perfect. There's a perfect position that I'll introduce that in. So I guess before we get to that point, are you thinking of sleeping in the Yawning Portal now and continuing in the morning?
Can we? I have no spell slots left.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I need to rest.
You can take it in the morning.
Yeah.
It'll
early.
affect Marv, who has sunlight sensitivity, I believe.
He doesn't know that.
That's right. He doesn't know that.
Can we get to my tiny umbrella?
A little parasol?
He doesn't know it yet. He has to go get burned first.
Literally would have no
yet.
idea.
All right,
boy.
cool.
This is so sad.
So Bonnie leads you up to your room. It's not the best, but it's, well, to Marv, it is the best. Let's be honest. It's not a rock. It is a full-on bed. You guys have little cots around this sort of communal room.
I'm pretty sure that I would have a better room than this.
You'd think, unless you're going to pay it out of pocket. You
I get
left
2 gold
home to
piece a
hit
day.
You left the room to hit. What's that? Oh yeah.
I get a two gold piece a day.
You get a 2 gold piece a day.
Yeah, 2 gold pieces a day covers my room and board and everything. I don't have to worry about paying for it.
Oh, okay. So
'Cause I'm a
just as a
noble.
little role-playing aside, I'm going to say that your band is in pretty high morale because you've noticed, hey, every tavern we've been in, at least they've paid for our room and board. But sometimes it might have been you to sort of under the table being like, we did okay.
Oh no.
So yeah, with that, I mean, maybe, you know what? You get the bed, the nice silk sheets of this room. However, everyone else is sleeping in cots sort of around you. 2 gold pieces doesn't get you like a suite, but yeah, I'll give you that.
I feel good
Yeah,
about that.
and I'll say that my cousin gave Valtrea all the money because he doesn't trust me. Not
so you
spend it all.
you guys get a long
I would give-
rest. You're going to start
I would
early
give
in the
Natal
morning.
the bed since the bed's probably bigger than the cots.
But that's okay. There's still room. People can sleep on the bed with me. I like
And
to
then I'll
cuddle.
snuggle with you because we
Critic
probably do
suggests
that.
we like push all the cots
keep warm.
together.
All right, so Natel sleeping on the bed, and then Valtrea scoots up, and then Volo scoots up a little bit more, and you're all in the.
I like Critic's idea. Just put all the cots around the bed and make a giant bed.
He's staying with us.
Oh,
No, he's not.
Gia
It's a
bed,
weird
yeah.
joke.
Just imagine like Marv does the dog like twirling the in a
Oh,
circle and then
definitely
plops
does.
at the end of the
that's
bed.
so good. So with that, you
This is
recover.
incredible.
You recover all your hit
this-
points, and all your spell slots are back. So you can go ahead and do that on your sheets.
I
And your
don't think
token,
that's
whenever
a-
I cut and paste it, should.
One thing I cut. Did I get any damage last time?
I don't think so. I think you stayed pretty clear and did the ranged,
Yeah.
like a warlock
Cool.
should.
Yeah, Zach wonders why.
But Thoughtsy, don't forget, you have that crazy hexblade ability that you can make your sickle go nuts.
I do.
Ooh, that sounds really cool.
Anywho's, it's with that, the dawn approaches. You wake at first light. You start heading downstairs. As you get out of your puppy pose, Marv, there's just this burning.
I do that yawn.
Yeah, yeah, you're arching your back, your scales
Yeah.
went. But
Good
there's this like
stretch.
burning fire emerging from one of these holes in the wall. Sunlight's
Ah.
coming in through the window.
Oh, God, what is that? What? Oh, that's awful. What
And
is
Sneezewort's
that
like,
thing?
oh, sorry. You hear like this sound coming from his midriff that's like not heard off, like outside the fields of like volcanism or like a cistern kind of filling in reverse, and it's just this terrible noise that like should not be coming from a grown man. Sneezewort's like, sorry, that's me.
I see Marv might have a little sensitivity to the sun, and I'll take my cloak and rip it and give him the top half and put it over his head
That
and
works.
ask him if that's a little better.
Yes, it's a bit better. I don't understand. Why does that hurt so much?
I think it's because you've lived underground for all of your 5 years.
I've seen fire before, though. That doesn't.
Well,
No, this fire is very far away in the sky.
Really big one.
Well, if it's
too.
very far away, then it doesn't make any sense that I should even see it.
But it's like 1,000,000 times bigger.
A million times bigger fire. That's a lot of fire.
It's a lot of
Exactly.
fire. Don't
Okay.
look at it when we get outside.
I don't want to ever see it again. Yeah,
All
me
right.
either.
So you guys are currently at 2 inspiration now. Well done. From things. Okay, moving on. You head downstairs. Jernin is still doing the basic cleaning the mug with the rag. It's like, aye, you're up. Breakfast not included in the tab, I'm afraid. But you're welcome to order something from Bonnie, unless you must get on your way.
It's okay. I asked Valtrea, do I have enough to get some waffles?
Yes.
What? Waffles?
We can even get some of the whipped cream.
Mimosas.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yes, mimosas.
Krizik looks like really sad, like, oh man, we can't get breakfast. But then he remembers that we got paid 10 gold the day before.
That's right.
we do.
And
We have
there
you
might
do
still
have
be
money.
that dude laying there somewhere.
All right, so you guys order. They don't know what waffles are. They can make you crepes or like a pancake.
Krizik walks up to the bar and is like, I want all of the eggs that you have.
Sir, I don't think you understand. He wants all of the bacon and eggs that you have.
A lot of eggs and bacon. All of the eggs and bacon.
How about I keep bringing the plates out as you're chowing down? It'll be a bottomless brunch, is what we'll call it. Hey, marketing.
Okay.
Marv
Is
watches.
Yagra still here?
Okay.
What does Marv do?
Oh, I said Marv watches you pay this person, and he goes, "You'll turn this metal into food for me."
Oh yes, watch. Just give me about 10 minutes. Volo is nowhere to be found. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot his name all of a sudden.
That
Proprietor.
guy with red hair.
How did I forget the proprietor?
Oh,
Durnan. Jesus, sorry, Durnan. He looks at you and he says, "Volo told me that he'll be back here this evening, his regular drinking hour. Should you be able to find his whatever he asked you to do."
Okay. Is
Is
Yagra
that
still
a
here?
normal thing for him to do? Send people on adventures?
Yeah, he's a high-level NPC that generally sends people on quests. He's like, when he's in town, yeah, usually he has jobs for people. He's not one to get his own hands dirty. Yagra is not here.
Oh, she left?
She left last night.
Oh,
This is early
okay.
morning, and she
I'll
doesn't-
leave
she
a
don't-
note with Durden for Yagra,
Okay, what does
asking
it say?
her if we can arm wrestle tonight when we get back.
Is that a arm wrestle and no? It's moving on. So he's like, I'm not a mail service, but I'll give it to Body. She'll know what to do. And she
Thank
passes it
you.
along. All right, we're kind of booked for the next little while in terms of music spots, but when something opens up, I'll be sure to let you know.
Okay.
So what about this? What about this bard 3 Strings? Is he remotely appreciable for having saved his life from a sturge?
You
Is he
didn't
gonna
talk
maybe
to him.
introduce us
He's
to like
very
a manager or something, an agent perhaps?
So he's not here either, but you can be sure he won't forget that you did save him from a sturge that was literally eating him. But you'll have to talk to him when you see him again. It's early in the morning. The tavern's pretty empty at this point.
Okay.
The brunch service hasn't really taken off yet.
No,
Yeah.
no, the bottomless brunch.
haven't introduced
I started it
mimosas.
today.
Mimosas.
Okay, he brings out he brings out the bacon and the eggs. It's cooked well. He brings out these concoctions that are looks to be like a wine, sparkling wine mixed with some sort of orange juice in some way, and he places it on the table. He's like, a legend has it that an ancient monk developed this recipe himself. We do serve it here at the Yawning Portal, but it's not available everywhere.
Oh,
I love it.
Amazing.
His legacy.
All right. So
You just see like Sneezewort like grab one of these like mimosa glasses and like with like 2 hands, it looks like a little child like drinking from an adult glass, and he just like glugs it back.
Much like Mackenzie is doing right now.
Exactly.
that works. With that, he
My Bloody Mary, though.
he's like, all right, if you're done, I'll get the bill.
Okay.
Krizik, you probably have like 3 servings, like 3 human-sized servings for your 3-foot tall self. So each of your tabs is 3 silver pieces.
Okay.
So I trust you to
I give
mark
him
that
a
off.
gold.
Oh,
Okay,
much
bougie.
appreciative.
I'm here for all of you assholes.
I don't.
I give him exactly 8 silver. Or
I had already handed him a gold piece.
All right, that works. I trust you guys to mark it off. Yeah. Come back anytime.
Krizik gives
Just
him,
maybe not
Krizik
for
gives him
music.
4 silver pieces.
4
No,
silver
I'm
pieces?
paying for all of you.
Oh, you're paying for all of them?
So a gold
I
piece
take
is
my
only
money
5
back.
silver. A gold piece is 10 silver pieces.
And it was how much?
3 each.
Oh, 3 of each.
So
2 gold,
18.
then.
Yeah, 2 gold will cover it. 2 gold will cover it.
Dang, okay.
That works.
All right.
Marv, you already paid it, I guess.
I had already given him a gold.
You're not knowing what it is. He just sort of pockets
Guys,
it.
we need to teach Marv how to use money so he does not spend all of his money on breakfast again.
Yes.
Although breakfast is delicious, but
Oh, you give it to I'll look after it for him.
No.
No.
We teach him how to use it himself.
He has to learn if he's going to be above ground.
Sneeze wort, no.
You walk away from the yawning portal. As soon as you open the door, the burning sun just bears down upon Marv.
Oh God! What is that? Did somebody open? Is that a portal? What is?
Even with
It's
the
the fire again.
do we
He
need
has
to get
never
them, like,
seen the
some
sun before.
Oh yes.
Is
this
this
a
the end of the cliff?
permanent effect?
It's like a million times
Sunlight
bigger than a
sensitivity
chicken and its fire.
is. He'll
It
eventually
is,
get used to it, but it is a.
I was going to say, is this an Aryan effect right now?
It's the exact same thing.
It is. It is. Yeah. It's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it's not going to fade.
No.
I mean, his
No,
reaction
kobolds
to
don't
it
do well
will, but
above the
his,
ground.
his mechanics will not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Krizik is like
It's
looking around like, oh god.
Wait, no. Can I do?
over Marv to try and shield him from the sun?
That's. It's fine. I think I can handle it.
Foxy, what were you saying?
Can I put chill touch on the cloak that's hiding him, so it kind of gives him a barrier from the heat from the sun?
It's not
Chill
actually
touch is
cold. It
Touch
is.
is not cold.
it'll-
Are you?
Oh.
You can't.
Necrotic.
Oh,
Also, it's not the warmth. It's
Yeah,
the
it's the
sun. It's the
brightness.
light.
I thought it would help a little bit.
It's why would putting dead things on a?
I forgot it's not cold.
So,
we'll have to get him a pair of sunglasses, like one of those decorative Waterdeep
Yeah, can we
sunglasses.
go get him some goggles? I think they'd be like
This is
goggles.
I went to Waterdeep.
Goggles of the
Yeah,
day
it would be.
instead of goggles of the
Aryan made
night.
those popular in her time.
Like souvenir Waterdeep like sun goggles.
That's
It's
so
fine.
good. Anyway,
Where
you head
That's
out of the
fine if
yawning
you can't
portal,
see.
heading down Soothsayer's Way, and then heading south on Snail Street. As you move towards the south end of the dock ward, you pass the Honorable Knight, located directly here. This is one of the many statues that's over 100 feet tall that looms over the various buildings around you. Each of them is marked with a star on your map. There are many of them. And at one point,
So
apparently,
almost
there
as
were
tall as Natel.
Oh, no, it's much taller. You head south, and everything's pretty quiet, being the time of day it is. However, you see a crowd of people forming ahead of you.
Can you see over them, Natel?
Probably. All of the people here are very small.
As you head down the street,
Or Marv on his shoulders so they can get above the crowd.
like a
Can I
periscope,
get on Natel's shoulders? Like,
Ooh.
you could.
Climb up, little buddy. Let's go.
All right, you climb up to the top. Yeah, you definitely have a good sight. As ahead of you, you see the colors of the city watch, the law enforcement. Lying on the cobblestones in front of them are half a dozen corpses. They are seemingly the victims of some sort of terrible skirmish.
I can't believe we paid for breakfast.
All our friends, not food.
These words. We've had this discussion. You cannot eat people.
I want to get a
Not
Two Napkins Juicy shirt that says it on the front. On the back, it says "Friends, not food." Anyway, the watch officers have disarmed and arrested 3 blood-drenched humans, and are in the midst of questioning people. One of the
Is
officers.
it normal for humans to kill each other like this?
Unfortunately.
The swing come through and they kill all of us.
One of the officers sees you, and she says, "Get on. Nothing to see here."
I see all
There's
of
a
them.
whole bunch of dead people. There's a lot to see right there.
Sneezewort, you said you had a contact. Is that how this works? As part of your background?
Yeah, I've got a contact somewhere in the city that can give me information.
So that's going to be this officer. You can give her a name.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, the tall one there in the middle?
Yep.
Hi.
We'll call her Janelle Steel Shield.
Janelle, all right. I like it. Janelle Steel Shield. As soon as she says it, she looks at you and says, "Hi, Sneezewort. What brings you down here to the Dark Ward?
So we got a bit of a quest last night. One of the local guys actually asked us to investigate. His friend is missing. Kind of tall, human, reddish brown hair, kind of in his 30s. His name is Floon Blackmar.
Really handsome. You forgot. He's really handsome.
Yeah. That's what he said. He's real handsome.
He or she looks over her shoulder, talks to one of the other watch people there, and they head off to investigate the bodies. Comes back, whispers something in Janelle's ear, and she says, "Oh, lucky for you, none of the corpses here have the red hair, so I guess luckily your friend's not hurt."
Oh,
what happened
yeah, that's good. But what happened here though? Because it looks pretty gruesome.
Oh, Sneezewort, you know how this works. We have the Black Network fighting the Xanathar's Guild. It's just a turf war. It happens every day. We're just cleaning up the mess.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Can we see what any of the bodies look like?
Roll a perception check.
Oof.
You can roll with advantage, and I'll just count that as everybody looking.
Okay.
Oh.
I was going to have Altrea roll it with advantage if you don't mind.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Perception.
Yep, so you can hit the advantage toggle, and there you go. 18. All right, so as you all are looking around, you... Let me see. I don't want to give away...
Do we see the bald guy with eyeballs tattooed on his head?
No, you do not. Oh, but I'll give you this. You do notice that some of the other corpses on the floor are... they have shaved heads like that man did. It's obviously not the same person. And they also have the eyeball tattoos around their skull.
Do I know what that means?
You do not. Roll a history
Is that
check.
a roll?
Roll a history check. Roll it with advantage, and I'll count it for the party. So with a 16, you know that is the symbol of the Xanathar Guild, but you don't know any more.
Wait, wouldn't it be an 18 if it was their advantage?
That's perception.
Oh,
I was looking at the history.
Never mind. Yeah,
you know
16.
it's the mark of the Xanathar's Guild, but you do not know any more than that. You just know they're a band of criminals. Even if out of game, you might know more.
I'm gonna like start sniffing around them.
Right, as you start moving towards, you notice that the 3 of the criminals that were apprehended, they're all wearing black. They don't have shaved heads like the other ones do. They catch your eyes and just coldly stare you down as you start moving towards them. One of the guards says, "Oh no, little friend, you can't be here. This is a crime scene. You got to back it up."
Hello.
What?
How are you?
I'm busy. Buzz off. And then with that, Janelle goes to you. Sneezewort says, "You have some strange friends there, Sneezewort. I'm afraid we have to go about our business. If I hear anything about your friend, what was his name?"
Floon Blagmar.
Gosh, what a terrible name. I will be sure to let you know. I'll keep an ear out. I trust you do the same for me. And she puts her hand up for the goblin fist bump. Boop.
Yeah. Pow. Where do you go for the best food? To the
catapult. All right. With that,
Oh,
yeah.
no. No.
Sneezewort doesn't like dogs. This is the thing you have found out about Sneezewort in your travels together. He is deathly afraid of
Doesn't
dogs.
love them.
Does not love them.
So with that, you are welcome to continue on. It doesn't look like you're going to be able to get any closer.
All right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on then. I guess we'll go down to the dock ward.
All right. As you're moving further down the Snail Street, there are tall, densely. Oh wait, sorry, chat. Sorry, everybody watching. I accidentally minimized that screen. Tall, densely packed tenements leave most of the neighborhood in shadow at ground level. Most of the street lamps have had their glass smashed and their candles inside stolen. The smell of salt air and excrement linger as you pass by rows of rundown buildings. This is definitely the poor area of town, so much so that they break open the lamps to steal the candles inside.
There's good fat in those candles. As I'm sitting there, like on top of Natel's shoulders, just riding
just sort
around,
of
regaling people.
So it is early in the morning. Most of the shops are closed down, not open at this time. However, you see one shop that stands out from the others. It has a deep purple facade, and on its window hangs a stuffed beholder, a large orb-type monstrosity with a giant central eye and stalks of eyeballs shooting out of it.
Like a real stuffed beholder?
It looks like a taxidermy. You
stuffed
can't tell without
beholder?
getting closer, but it looks like a taxidermy-style beholder.
Good God.
Oh.
Above the door hangs a sign whose elaborate letters spell out Old Zoblob's shop. Of which I will...
Is he going out of business?
I've been going out of business for 150 years.
There are cabbages for sale out front.
You are now located... Oops,
Grand reopening.
The grand reopening. Oops, let me get to the right layer. You are currently south, right down here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, that is not how I spelled that at all. Okay. I mean,
Yeah, it's beholders. A lot of X's. So that's what you're passing by. It looks like it's actually open, unlike the other shops. However, you can just bypass it and continue on to the Skewer Dragon. You're almost there.
I'm kind of curious as to what this
I'm
is.
very curious. I want to go see the stuffed beholder because I've only seen them in books.
Okay. A cloud of lavender, as you open the door, a cloud of lavender-scented purple smoke trails out of the shop's door as you peer inside. Every wall is painted purple, and every dusty knickknack on the shelves is dyed a deep violet. There is a hairless old gnome sitting cross-legged on the counter wearing plum-covered robes. His cheeks are decorated with 9 purple face-painted eyes.
Sounds like a place where I myself would actually live.
Honestly, I'm sitting there like, I'm in heaven right now.
I know, right? All the purple.
Let me
All of the purple.
quickly help out with some visual aids. So this is what the shop looks like as you approach.
Oh. Yes, please.
Sitting
I like
on
this
this,
place, yeah.
sitting on the mat,
Pretty.
the little mat directly there is this cross-legged individual, this deep gnome who's just looking at you. So that's where you're currently at. He's smoking a pipe, and he says, "Oh, welcome to the old Zoblob shop. I'm Zoblob, no relation to the beholder sitting in the window. What can I do for you?"
Does the beholder have a name? If you're no relation?
His name is Zoblob. The shop's named after him.
Oh, what's your name?
Zoblob.
No relation.
No relation to the beholder.
Okay. I see. Okay.
Sneezewort's like looking back at him, and he's like looking at the point of the guy, and
The family resemblance.
Natal, make a nature check.
Okay. Okay.
This whole area is just permeated with this purple haze around.
Ooh. Oh, I got a nat 20.
Yeah, you did. Okay, so not only do you know that this was actually, as you approach it, it was actually a living beholder, it seems to be magically preserved. It has been dead a long time. Even its eyes have been replaced with sort of glass jewels, but it at one point was a live beholder.
That's incredible. Zoblob, you Zoblob, Gnome Zoblob. Did you preserve this other Zoblob yourself?
Oh, me? No. This place has been like this for years. I just bought the shop and the beholder came with it.
That's incredible.
And you just happen to have the name of Zoblob. That's
To be fair, I did try to change the name to Frank's, which is my actual name.
Frank?
But I just couldn't think of a good name off the top of my head. But everyone kept calling it Old Zoblob, so now I'm Zoblob. Just so there's no confusion, obviously.
I'm not confused in the slightest.
Well, good.
Yes, I'm definitely less confused than I would be otherwise.
What brings you to my fine shop?
We walked through that door.
He looks
That
to
is
the
very
door
true.
and back. He takes a huge puff of this like monstrous hookah that's behind him. He just has the hose coming to his mouth. He blows out this cloud of purple and just sort of gets in front of your vision for a minute. He says, well,
Like that?
just like that. You did it. You did it. Who are you? With that, there's this random stuff all over his shop. Everything's dyed purple. He's like, you going to buy something?
What kind of random
What do you
stuff?
sell?
All right. Well, literally random shit. So what I'll allow each of you to do is everyone roll a D100, and I'll tell you what each find as you peruse the shop.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm so
Okay.
excited.
I
So-
would, while I'm walking around, I would like to make all of his plants grow by like 10 feet. I
It's
imagine they're
not,
also
it's
all
not a
purple.
huge shop, Natal. It's not a big shop.
That's fine.
Okay.
Let's see how many plants he has.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got everybody. Okay, cool. So the plants, do they instantly just go boosh, or are they slowly like ET style plant growth?
Oh no, it's just as I walk around, I just like, I just touch and I talk to them, and then once I move on, they just grow.
Okay, as Natal is walking, you see the plants begin to grow, and they all turn their I guess plant face towards her, or they're all like moving like plants chase sunlight. They're chasing Natal. Here's what you guys find. So, Krizik, I'm going to start with you because you're the first one on my list here. Looking around,
All right.
you find a sheet of parchment, which looks to be drawn some sort of strange contraption. It looks like this sheet was also dipped in purple dye, so it has like a tinge to it. It looks like in some way it's some sort of like schematic to a large engine that is on treads, and it has this huge cannon in the front of it. There's this like lightning flail that comes out of the back of it. It's this huge sort of war machine of some sort. You can't
Why
make heads or tails
are
of
you
it.
doing
Gosh,
Moving on.
because he wasn't there, but it sounds awful familiar. Maybe if Krizik remembers from a history book or something
So,
about a
where are we at
talented
now? You have not seen anything like this before. It looks deadly. No, I'm not going to go that far. So Valtreya, you got okay. You see a small metal skull that's no bigger than a coin, but it's very intricately detailed, dyed purple, and looks to be human in nature.
not looking. So it's fine.
Let's see. Thoughtsy. You see a gold coin that is minted. It doesn't look like the Waterdeep coins. In fact, it has this strange marking on it, and then it has what looks to be the on the tail side of it, the silhouette or the skyline of a water, some sort of dock city, some sort of harbor city, but definitely not the one you're in right now. Definitely not Waterdeep.
Okay.
Yeah, on the back of it, it says Saltmarsh.
I knew it.
Let's see. So you find where are we at now? Sneezewort. Sneezewort, you find a gemstone. It looks exceptionally valuable. You're looking at it with like intent. This purple like amethyst. And you're like, wow, I've never seen one this big. And then you look, as you look towards your party members, they don't seem impressed. Not by the size, but what it is. To everyone else, it looks like a lump of coal.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And where are we at now? Marv. So you find what looks to be, well, actually, you wouldn't know what this is. You take it and you have to move to one of your party members. Your choice.
I will bring it over to. I mean, the tallest one clearly probably knows everything.
Natal, you look at this and it's obviously a floor plan of some sort.
Oh. Oh, Marv, you found plans for a building.
Yeah,
Or-
it's dyed. The parchment's dyed the same sort of purple ink. You see it's some sort of like guild house or manor house in some, like it's a 2-story building in some way. In the corner it says commissioned by the Carpenter Guild of Hillsfar. Customer is SO.
Marv, this is like a very important piece of history. You should probably keep it.
Oh. Okay.
I like the name SO Bright Spark. It
So
sounds very nice.
who's last? Natal. Natal, you find a tome. Again, the cover is dyed purple. You can tell that wasn't its original thing. It is a.
Are all of our hands purple now?
It doesn't rub
Like
off. It doesn't rub off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's done well. Yeah. Now, as you hold this book, you look at it. Seems to be some sort of. It tells the tale of a hero, and it talks about his rise and fall, and different adventures he went on. On the cover, in a nice script, it says GWH.
GWH. I maybe should know what that means, but I don't.
That's okay.
GWH. Gus. Is it?
Was
Do I
here.
know?
Gus
Gus
was
was
here. Oh my god!
Oh, Marv, I'm going to read these stories to you before bed every night. You'll like Gus. He was
The
a
only
very,
one that doesn't
very
know what the skull is.
cool adventurer.
No,
I have
these
no
are all
idea.
random. I'm just making these up on the fly. That one I couldn't think of it.
I was gonna say, like, all of these others like tie in with.
Yeah,
Some
I'm
groups,
totally
but I'm
fan
like, I don't
servicing
know.
myself.
That's so great. That's so great.
That was really good.
Anyway,
that I found, that's the thing that we fought a while back, right? The big, like, hulking, rolling.
oh yeah, that's
thing.
definitely the hell engine, hellfire
That,
engine.
yeah.
Yeah. God.
So mine was the only one that doesn't have. to
Yeah,
deal
that
with
one I
parties
didn't know what to
past.
do with a tiny ass skull. I'm sorry. No one's had their head shrunk. No, we don't have any teeny people. Anywho's, it's
We have Ellie.
but it's
Oh,
way
God,
smaller than
that-
Ellie's head.
A little more.
So Zoblob looks. He's like, find anything that tickles your fancy?
Oh, I've never had my fancy tickled.
Ooh.
It's delightful. Let me tell you.
I would like to get this book of stories.
Oh, absolutely. 3 gold pieces should do it.
Beltrea, do I have 3 gold pieces for this book?
You do, but that's a little expensive. You might
Oh.
want to try and talk him down.
Can I have it for 2 gold pieces?
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I
Okay.
help?
Wait.
Either help or guidance, not both. And if you use it now, you can't. Yeah.
I don't have guidance, but I have a +5 to
No, but
persuasion.
Natel has guidance.
Can I guidance myself?
I'm not entirely
Yeah.
sure about that. Can you?
It's a
You
touch.
did already.
Yep, it's a
Touch spell? All right, cool. So I'll let you.
Okay.
I'll let you either
I'll
touch
just
yourself or
casually,
let
like,
someone else help you.
I don't know. Maybe touch
can
myself,
Chrissy
cast
say-
guidance, because
Okay, cool.
I've never negotiated.
Oh, and just be like,
That works. As you give yourselves a quick economic lesson, you roll your persuasion, adding your D4.
Okay. Are we doing this with advantage, or
Nope,
am I?
this is just standard because we're just using your guidance.
Okay, gotcha. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
And then
and plus a D4.
yeah, so 19.
I can let it go for
So-
2 gold pieces. Yeah,
Okay.
it's yours. He stands up
Ah,
as he stands
Marv,
up
we're
on
gonna
the
be
counter to
best
ring you up. He is the same height as you.
What?
I said as he stands up on the counter to ring you up, he is the same height as you.
Oh, okay.
Anything else you guys looking for?
No, I don't think I have enough gold to build something like this. And like Krizik puts the schematic back where he found it.
Okay.
You should probably burn that. Nobody should have that.
Well, I
No, we were
mean,
just passing by, and we saw your shop was open, so we decided we pop in.
Well, I'm glad you did. I'm always open for business. So, if there's
So
something
have you
wanna-
happened to see a rather handsome guy in his mid-30s? His hair's red, not purple, so he might not have stood out to you. Have you seen him walking by at any point?
He looks off to the side for a minute and he says, the devil's lettuce. It makes my mind not really as sharp as it used to be. Maybe a little bit of coin might jog my memory a little bit.
Little bit of coin, did you say?
Yeah, give me money, I'll tell you shit.
Can I do a persuasion check?
You can try.
Okay.
I will give her guidance.
Cool.
Sorry, I don't know why that rolled at advantage.
All right, roll the guidance.
That's a D4.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Your toggle on your character sheet will maintain the advantage until you turn it off. I'll
switched
meet
it
you in the
back.
middle at a 17.
Okay.
With that, he says, if you buy something, I'll be happy to let you know what you want to know.
We already bought a book.
Yes.
If y'all buy something, how about if just one of you buys one more thing? Business has been slow. Buy one more thing, I'll tell you what I know.
Can Chris roll another?
What else did we find?
Suddenly pull something off a shelf.
I found a gold.
I'd rather not. I've done enough improv.
So we found a Waterdeep gold piece. Sneasel, what did you find?
A rock. I like his rock. How much is?
Yeah, how much is this? What's this?
That'll cost you 4 gold pieces.
No.
No.
Not for a lump of coal.
Like a fair price.
I'll give you.
Marv counters with 5.
I'll give you 3 silver.
3 silver's nowhere near 4 gold.
But
He's
it's also a lump of coal.
let's call it 3 gold, and I'll tell you what I know.
What if I play a song for you?
Please don't.
I think you should. Play away, Sneasel Ward. Play away.
All right.
Please pull out your hurdy-gurdy.
2 gold pieces, and you don't play a song.
Oh, 20 on perform check.
All right.
The goblin
you just start.
crank harp just rings up.
Yeah, you're just. All right. It's just. He's like, all right, 1 gold piece, and just make it stop.
You'll give us 1 gold piece to make it stop.
No!
Okay. This is a deal. I'll settle for information. You don't have to pay us.
Sneezewort's up there on top of like Natel's shoulder, like headbanging as he's playing this little crank harp.
Like hurricane. He's like, fine.
Okay,
just
one gold piece.
just
1 gold
stop,
piece I can
just
do.
stop.
I will
As you
do
see
that.
like a crack start to appear on the front window of the shop from the sound.
Okay.
He's like, okay, fine. Just. With that, he says, what does he know? Does he know anything?
Boy, I'm not dropping gold.
It's like, you say your friend is a well-dressed individual with the red hair?
Yeah, very fashionable.
I saw both a man that fits that description with another well-dressed fellow who looked rather similar. They were jumped outside of my shop by some rough-looking men wearing black leather.
Oh no.
There was, I think there was a total of about 5 of them. None of them looked familiar to me. One of them had a black tattoo of a winged snake on his neck.
What time was this?
This was a couple days ago, probably, in the around 2 in the morning, when the bars start to close down.
When did what's his name go missing?
Same time.
Same time, yeah, about 2 days ago.
Man with a snake tattoo on his neck?
Yeah, you probably.
Does that sound like anything I would know about from
would we
street
know about
gangs
that?
or anything?
roll a either investigation or history with advantage. Sneeze work.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, would Krizik recognize that from like in the fighting pits or anything, or even like performing
Let's
in a
see
tavern?
what. With an 11. Roll without advantage, Krizik.
Okay, am I rolling investigation?
Investigation or history, your choice.
It's the same modifier for
Okay.
each one, so Nope.
You're not entirely sure what it means, but you do know that many of the gangs in Waterdeep use tattoos to identify themselves. It's not the same tattoo you saw earlier.
Right.
That's all you know. And if you're done, I ask that you please leave my shop and maybe never come back.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Seems very fair.
Sorry about all that.
So you leave this
Okay.
purple-colored shop. You close the door behind you. You see he just is like, puffing on this hookah, just trying to get that sound out of his ears. He's like, if I get high enough, maybe I won't hear it anymore. And it seems almost like all the eye stalks of this stuffed beholder are looking at you as you walk by. And as you move further down, you see, coincidentally, not too far away, just down the street, is the skewered dragon.
Oh, convenient.
Let me find it. The skewered dragon looks like a ruin. Both of its front-facing windows are smashed, and a ship's anchor is lodged in the roof. Through the windows, you can see a group of haggard patrons drinking from huge tankards. Looks like they're ready to day drink right in the early mornings. Either they're leftovers from last night, or they're starting early. But, yeah, you're standing outside.
This looks like a quality establishment.
You have Sneezewort, that the skewered dragon is it's a not the best of all taverns. It's a little rough around the edges. Sometimes the dives are the best place to get information, though.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll absolutely. We'll go in and we'll poke around.
All right. I imagine this place has like saloon doors. It has, so you just
Yeah.
push open these doors. You walk in like you own the place. A lot of people there. Looks like they're so regular they almost live there. And with that, they all stop drinking. They all turn towards you. They give you the ups, downs, and go right back to drinking, sort of ignoring you at that point. Some of you are looking up, you can tell they're looking for valuables. They're seeing if you're worth the trouble.
Oh,
It's not a friendly
the
place.
nicest stuff. This bucket, this sword.
That's
So how many people do we have in here in the?
It's
in the
definitely
tavern,
not
would you say?
full. It's nowhere near what the yawning portal was. Let's say there's a good half a dozen patrons in the barkeep.
So how much would it cost for me to just buy everybody an ale? How much is an ale here? The skewer dragon.
They're pretty crappy, so they're 4 copper pieces each.
Okay, I'm trying to think of that.
Just if you give them a gold, or you give them, actually, even if you give them a silver, you're good, right? Because that would be
all right.
one
So
silver's
Sneezewort
10
will
copper.
will jump up on the bar and spread his arms expansively and be like, "All right, a round's on me."
Hey, the little green guy's got us. So if you get a total of 24, let's say a total of 30 copper pieces. What's that? 3 silver?
That's 3 silver, yeah.
Yeah, 3 silver and you're good.
All right, covered it. All right,
Awesome.
brought everybody around.
All right. With that, they all cheers and they start drinking and start merrymaking. You feel like you haven't stopped drinking since yesterday as you're going to this. So with that, looks like you got some people with some loose lips.
All right, let's. I'm going to ask him about. Ask the nearest one if he's seen anybody that matches Floon's description.
Let's see.
Just pull on his sleeve or something, and he just kind of looks down, and I'm just standing up there this big grin on my face, and it's these sharp little needle teeth.
With that, the person looks down to you and says, he looks at his mug that you realize you're the one who filled it. He's like, "What do you want?"
So, you look like you're probably the wisest person in here. So we're looking for somebody. Yeah, and I think you're the person to ask. We're looking for a tall human, got reddish brown hair, real fashionable looking. Like maybe it looks like he's kind of upper crust. You seen anybody like that around here?
All right. With that, he starts laughing. He turns towards his friend. He's like, "They're looking for Renair. Look at this guy. Yeah, you're looking, of course, for Renair Neverember. I need
Renair?
Valtreya to roll a history with advantage.
Okay.
So if you're spelling it out, it's Renaer, Never Ember.
Okay.
Oh, why is my history so low?
Well, you haven't been paying attention. What's your advantage?
The 13.
Okay. You don't know the specifics, Valtreya, but you've definitely heard Never Ember before. Waterdeep is governed by a bunch of lords, and all of them are masked, including from each other. No one knows who they are, except for there's always one unmasked Lord of Waterdeep. The unmasked Lord of Waterdeep, a few years ago, not too long ago, like maybe 2, was named Never Ember. So this Renaer is probably his son.
Would he be a rival family?
They're the lords are kind of above the nobility.
What? So Renaer Never Ember, is that like what the name that they know this guy by? Was he using a?
You're not entirely sure, but when you describe a good-looking dude with red hair, dressed nicely, he instantly thinks you're looking for this guy that he calls Renaer.
Okay.
Was he here with Volo last night?
Actually, I'll tell you one. Here it is. He says, he just continues on. He's like, chip off the old block, that one. Just another spoiled rich noble who likes to rub our noses in it. They start drinking again, cheersing each other. The barkeep looks to you, Sneezewort, and kind of gets your attention. He says, I did see Renaer with another friend. He also had red hair as well. Dressed similarly, but not nearly as nice. They were drinking and playing a few rounds of 3 Dragon Ante before they left around midnight. I did notice 5 sort of burly-looking fellows follow them out, and they haven't been back since. They're normally regulars, so I hope they're okay.
Yeah, actually, I think that's the guy we're looking for, because he, so somebody else said he was jumped by like 5 of them, and they were in black, and one of them had like a tattoo on his neck, they said.
What kind of tattoo?
So, yeah, well, a snake tattoo or something?
A snake.
Yeah, a snake tattoo.
A flying snake.
Yeah. Yeah. Looks kind of like a fighter plane.
Yeah.
It's just Tom Cruise's face. He's like, the Black Network. Them and the Xanathars are always going at it. I don't know what they could have wanted with your friend, but I'll tell you this. And he kind of gets in hushed tones. He pulls you closer. He says, I know those men sort of frequent a warehouse down on Candle Lane. If you look for that same symbol on the door, that's how they mark their trade houses.
Was Renaer like a regular here?
Yeah, that you do get that he was normally here every night. This is where he drinks, and apparently he had a friend. He was also friends with Floon, and they left after midnight. You know that Volo left before midnight.
Okay.
Floon stayed back and drank more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that, you guys currently have a lead to where to investigate this. Candle Lane apparently is where these this black network maybe conducts some of its business in one of its hideouts. I'm gonna ask the group. It's 10 o'clock. It's getting kind of late. Maybe this is a great time to end the first episode. We can pick this up next week at 7 o'clock. I hope all our viewers enjoyed their time. I sure did. And we will see you guys next week. Be sure to follow us on Twitch. We stream Tuesday through Friday. And our next Dragon Heist adventure will be on Wednesday. Have a great 4th of July, everybody. We'll see y'all later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good day.
Thanks for joining.